everybody.
Hello.
It's us. It's the RageSelect podcast.
It's me and Jeff.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Sit down. Have a seat. I've got horrors for all of you. I've got horrible news. Bad news, everybody.
Bad news. Another RageSelect podcast.
Yeah,
Bad news, everybody.
I'm sorry. I apologize. That was on me. I didn't mean to crash the video game industry. I was just messing around.
Oopsie doodle.
I was just like, I don't know if ChatGPT works or not. And then it was like,
I said, what does this button do? And then everything went wrong.
I just broke this stick and I was like, oh, man. I wish the video game industry sucked ass as a joke.
Wow.
And then, like, now it does. So
I wish for $1 billion.
Hey, everybody, I'm Jeff.
Hi, Anna.
If you haven't noticed already, I watched Obsession last week.
Hell yeah, you did.
I watched it 4 fucking times.
Nice. That's normal. That's a normal amount. Are you obsessed?
Oh, am I? I know. So, okay. So I watched it once. I was like, damn. And then I was like, oh, it turns out that the copy that I downloaded, I did buy it later because I was like, I want to support this shit. But like, so I downloaded this copy and I got to the end. And I was like, damn. And then I went to bed. The next day I woke up and I was like, I wonder if this copy has subtitles. And it was like, oh, it does. And I was like, I need to know. There's like 4 scenes where there was a lot of screaming or mumbling or whatever.
I want to know what they fucking said.
See them. Did she say can or can't? Like, it works either way, but I need to know, did she say can or did she say can't a bunch of times? And then I went on Reddit and I was like, boy, half of you
got it wrong.
Horrible. And then people were pointing shit out and I was like, oh, what? She was really in the background of that shot. What is Uncanny Valley makeup? And like, I just went all the way in. I went all the way in. I'm trying to think if you could, okay, briefly.
Yes.
I don't know. Everybody should. I mean, this thing has been all over the place. But for anybody who doesn't know, it's a horror movie. Forgot what the guy. Who's the guy that made it? The YouTube guy.
Oh my god! I keep thinking Kane Parsons, but that's.
I was just thinking Zach Kreger, and that was like, that's not it. Curry Barker.
Yeah.
It's a movie about a bunch of like 20-year-olds, and one of them gets a little stick, and he wishes that this girl like loves him more than anything else in the world, and then all you have to do is imagine, like, what if that was taken literally and came true, and from there bad stuff happens. But you know what, it's like, I was thinking back because I've watched all the big horror movies that come out like last year. I was like, I can't wait to watch Weapons. I watched Weapons. I was like, oh, that was fun. I liked Weapons. But I didn't watch Weapons 4 times. I watched Weapons 1 time and talked about it on the podcast. This one, I think, has so much it's so reminiscent of my youth and the stupid shit. I mean, not like I was in a horror movie.
How many One Wish Willows have you had?
I shot a lot of people when I was in my teens. Okay, no, but like a lot of the interpersonal dynamics between the people, especially the main character. Like, I see the shittiness that existed in me in the main character. You know, I didn't have to deal with the stuff that dude has to deal with, but. That whole friend group, I can see them. I can put the names of my friends that fit into those archetypes over their heads. So there was a big like social horror component. I was telling Amanda, we talked about this for like 30 minutes before we started.
Yeah, oops, sorry guys.
Main character, the Indy Navarrete, who plays Nikki in that movie, fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, she's great. Like, I hope she does more things. I cannot wait to see her.
The shit she does with her face, with her body, with her movement, with her expressions, with her intonation of voice in certain scenes. Like, there was
a lot of that is not digital.
Oh yeah,
like
I don't think there's any of it that's digital.
Well,
actually.
I just mean like they didn't like pitch up and down her voice or do anything crazy with it. Like that's a lot of that is her. Like some of it, I think. Is, but not by a lot. But she did interviews where she just does it. Yeah. And it's like, God damn, you can just fucking do that?
Well, apparently one of the things they did say that they fully like digitized a 3D model of the house in order to really like get these camera moves in the right way and like plot out like the pacing of when she would walk backwards over here or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the movie. 100% full throated recommendation. I'm trying to think if you're even remotely normal. No, that's not. That's a little.
I'm sorry, people listening to RageSelect.
That's a little too much.
How would you know?
Well, because I avoid them. I go to Chili's and I'm like,
normal,
don't put me next to them. Don't put me next to them. They've got children and they're all in like baseball jerseys. I want to be over in the bar with the pina colada moms. Like, no, I was trying to think of like, I think you could overhype weapons.
Yeah.
I think you could overhype like It Follows. I think you could really make a big deal out of It Follows.
Yeah.
I
did make a big deal out of It Follows. I loved It Follows.
I think there's probably a person that could watch Obsession that doesn't have any frame of reference for that kind of group. Like we work together and go to trivia on Wednesdays and we hang out and I got a crush on my coworker, girl in my class, whatever, and it's weird and I don't know how to do anything with it. My asshole friend is telling me to do this and I'm like, I can't fucking do that. And there's this other girl over here that I know she likes me, but like I don't really like her. I'm obsessed with this one over here. And like I've been in that situation like 3 or 4 different times in my life. And it came out different ways depending on how it goes. But I'm trying to think
how much
like,
murder in between each one.
I don't know.
No comment.
Statute of limitations. That's all I'm going to say. I think that because I saw a lot of people online who obviously did not have any frame of reference. They were like, this is stupid. Why do people act like this? And I was like, these characters are about the most realistic,
pretty realistic
acting people. Like there's maybe a couple of things where people didn't freak out super hard. But like some people are like, I don't want any part of that. You know, you fucking keep your drum over there. I'm just trying to play Jenga. Like, so
boy.
But yeah, I thought it was fucking phenomenal. I think everybody should. I honestly think everybody should go buy it because the reason I watched it 4 times was because there's a lot to get on each go through. You can miss stuff. I really recommend watching it. And don't pause or turn on the subtitles like first time. Just go through.
I think it's really interesting just to watch the first part before the wish is made. And watch
the
under
dynamics.
the assumption that Nikki actually has a crush on him back, or the assumption that she doesn't have a crush on him back. And it changes the rest of the movie if you watch it either way, and it's really interesting.
There's a whole essay. I said before we started this that I wish, and I didn't want to go on too long, but before we started this that like I wish this movie had existed when I was in that phase. Because there's some lessons in here. Like there's the stuff with, well, there's the girl I really like, and yet I'm too awkward to talk to. And then there's the girl that I don't really like, and so I'm myself, and so she likes me. And it's like, she likes you for you.
Because
you're not trying. You're not being a fucking, you're not a fucking K-pop romance star over here.
You're not in your fucking head over everything with her. You're
being fucking normal, and the person likes you because you're normal. And then when you're trying your best, you fucking come off like a I'm just like like I have gone through a lot.
The true horror was just watching him talk to girls.
Jesus wept. I mean, kinda like. I mean, and the thing is that it was like that because there was so much of my own life in there, and like my 20s were very much like that. I had friends that were trying to knock me out of it, and it took me up until the point where I ended up
yesterday
in a long-term relationship with somebody to finally like learn some of these lessons. And so, but all that is like completely outside. It's also just got like imagery that was amazing. This girl, the things she can do with her fucking face, incredible.
Fantastic.
Incredible.
I think the way I'd been telling people about it is very like, because I didn't want to overplay it, and but that it's not a story you haven't heard before necessarily. Like we've all heard watched horror stories of the like, be careful what you wish for.
Oh, you mean the monkey's paw? Like
every single we've heard it before. This isn't new. Even the like possession or the like a woman being like a stalker, like all these stories have been told before, and a lot of this is doing the same exact things as those, but Curry Barker did it so well that it feels new. which I think you don't get from horror right now. Is a lot of it feels like I know what movie you're doing.
Right.
I know it.
Right.
Okay, and it's better in that one, or it's like, and I know I'm like a little bit more of a history or a horror buff, so I, might be able to do that a little more in some horror. But like sometimes, I don't care if you're repeating the same scene shot for shot, as long as it's enjoyable or does something different to keep me going. And Curry Barker did a fantastic job of
it's
doing
also
it.
like, I mean, it's so fucking dense with like, it feels like there's not a shot or a line wasted in that movie. And then I don't want to just keep harping on weapons, but it was just the last like big, I'm trying to think of what was the big thing before Obsession Backrooms combo, like whether there was something that was a real like tearing up the internet.
I think weapons is probably it. Because like long legs, weapons.
And I don't think you haven't seen Weapons.
I haven't. It's on my list. I'm trying to get to it.
There's like a scene in Weapons where I'm sure you might have seen it. There's like a giant gun with like a clock on the side of it, and I keep asking Zach Kreger like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "Oh, well, maybe it means whatever you feel like." I think about, and I'm like, there is no abstract imagery in this. This shit is all just fucking like pointing in the same direction. It is a fucking roller coaster that is going from point A to point B. And I blinked and that movie was over, which is one of the reasons I watched it again, because I was like, "Fuck, where did 90 minutes go? Fucking rewind." Like,
isn't
I can't
it
imagine.
rare that you watch something and it didn't feel like a slog, or like you had to like battle to get through it? Or...
honestly, I was trying to think, and I think that it was probably like, I think that Mad Max Fury Road was the last time where when I got done watching a movie, I was like, I want to watch. No. Yeah. Baby Driver.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And I got to the end of it and I was like, God damn, that was good. Let me just fucking...
Yeah.
Actually, the girlfriend that I had at the time was like, she woke up and I was like,
you're like, oh, I guess we'll have to watch it over.
And she watched like the last 10 minutes. I was like, what the fuck movie is this? I was like, I'll just start it over. I don't care.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought it was great. I think that everybody should watch it. I think I kind of mean that more than like it just for entertainment. Like, I think there's like real meat on them bones.
Yeah.
Like, I think that there's some real stuff out there. And I don't want to hype it up too much, but it was just, there were places where I was like
looking forward to his next movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be him and Cooper Thompson, whatever the guy that played Ian, the best friend.
Oh yeah, because he's in his sketch comedy.
He's in his like YouTube stuff. So that it's gonna be like a horror comedy called Anything But Ghosts.
Okay.
And then Curry Barker is also supposed to do, I believe, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
I don't know. I don't like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm not a slasher person, but I trust him. Yeah. So if Anything But Ghosts is good, I'll watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre for him.
The thing I guess that I'm now looking forward to is, and I don't think it's entirely fair, is comparing it to Backrooms, because
don't compare it to Backrooms. Genuinely, don't compare it to Backrooms. They're like two vastly different sides of horror, and it's unfair to Backrooms.
Right.
Just enjoy Backrooms for what it is.
Okay.
I personally think Obsession is the easier one to pitch to people.
Okay.
Because it's like, this you're going to like.
Social horror, it's right there. It's like, very relatable.
You can jump in and kind of get it.
Yeah.
The Backrooms one, like I compared it to Skinamarink when I talked about it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about like pitching it to people, where it's like, look, it's better than Skinamarink in that it's like more accessible than that, but like,
yeah.
But if I compared Obsession to Skinamarink, you'd be like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I think Backrooms is great, but I wouldn't compare it. To enjoy it, don't compare it to Obsession.
Well, how about you, Amanda? You got anything?
So much faster of a conversation. I watched Supergirl.
Oh, and?
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I felt good coming out of it. I would argue it's like mid plus 5 points. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's like a good.
I'm glad I watched
C+.
it. Yeah, I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad I watched it in theaters. I'm glad I had a free ticket.
Sounds like the perfect movie to hit play on HBO Max when you're hungover on a Sunday afternoon in 9 months.
Yeah, like if you liked or even kind of enjoyed the Superman movie, it's more of that. If you're, I don't know, somebody that when they were 13 years old got really obsessed with Lobo, it might be a little more enjoyable for you. But like it did for me what I wanted Captain Marvel to do for me, as far as like girl powery kind of thing, because she's not Captain Marvel.
Right.
But She's like a little more of a flawed character, and not a flawed character because like I can't remember who I am or whatever the fuck it was, but it's it has its like slow down moments, but. I thought it was like fully enjoyable. I just don't care about superhero movies enough to be like, yeah, no, everyone has to go out and watch. Like, if you are like Supergirl, I don't care.
Yeah,
watch it, man. I'm not gonna force you.
I mean, from the scores and everything I've heard so far, it sounds like it's one of those movies where it's like, if you go in with medium expectations, you will probably have a decent time.
I went in not wanting to go watch it.
Yeah.
And I left happy that I did.
Okay.
So if that means anything to anyone, because I was like hyped about it when they first started showing trailers, and by the time the movie came out, I was like, I don't know. There's something else we can watch, and they're not.
Yeah.
Like they're like the Minion movie or Toy Story, and I was like, nah. All right, Supergirl it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
so like, I recommend it, but if you saw the trailer and went, I'm not going to enjoy it, you probably won't enjoy it.
Okay. Sounds
way easier than Obsessions.
Let's go. We go back. What's your spill? What is it like?
So it was Better Than Sex,
full price, matinee, rental. I forget what's below rental. Like something I don't remember.
Skip it and then like dog shit.
Yes, I don't
like
remember the full schism.
Somewhere between like a matinee and a rental.
Okay.
Like I didn't pay full price for the movie. I felt to watch it. Like I paid for one ticket for two people, and I felt like that was well worth it.
Okay.
But if I had just waited and it was streaming on HBO and we watched it, I'd be like, yeah, that was fun.
Sounds like a pleasant time.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. The pleasant times are over. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, we've got one little. I wanted to give everybody a nice little fun appetizer before we jump in. There was a Splatoon Raiders direct that happened last week. So I don't know if you've been keeping up with Splatoon Raiders.
I don't like Splatoon.
Yeah, So
I don't like those little squid kids.
This will be the third time that I try to play a quote unquote single player Splatoon game.
Yeah.
And I can't say it's a real funky, grungy, like looter shooter game. So, you play as the main character, and then there's like the two singers from Splatoon 2 and the big manta ray guy.
Sure.
And you're going out and you're fighting the Salmonids, who were, kind of enemies for the last single player thing that they did. So you're basically playing Splatoon, but single player against like waves of mutant fish guys.
Yeah.
You still got to put the ink down. That's how you reload, like it is in Splatoon. And you're trying to you kill the Salmonids to power up this thing that then you get these artifacts, then the artifacts get you money, and then the money gets you upgrades, and the upgrades let you get better artifacts and whatnot. Yeah. No, I know. I put this on the list, and then I watched it, and I was like, I don't know if I should keep this on the list, but I do think it's like I want to like this.
It feels like I should like it, but every time I see it or try it, I'm always like, so aggressively against it.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that it's like it's a very I'm trying to think
like
about
it came out at the wrong time. Like if it came out like, I don't know, 20 years ago, I'd be like, this shit is the best.
In 2006?
I don't know. I don't know what times are anymore.
It feels...
If this was an N64 game, this would be the most fun fucking game ever.
I could see it.
But
I mean...
like now?
Yeah.
Like now?
I don't think that the Splatoon mechanics were made for single player. Like, because it's about covering.
Were they not?
No, that's what I'm saying. And I feel like they've been trying to convert that, trying to figure out a way for them to work as a single player thing.
Yeah.
And then every time they keep doing something that's like, I mean, kinda, but really what you're doing is you've got a modified bot match going on here.
Yeah.
And I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that. Like, you've got these, these kind of hordes of these guys. Also, I don't like the aesthetic of this at all.
I don't either.
Like, I mean, and I'm not saying, I like the Splatoon aesthetic of this kind of neo-Japanese, like...
Squid Child?
Well, they go to like the fancy hat store and the big arcades and stuff. But this is all just like a grody fucking island, and then the salmonids all put down like snot on the ground.
Yeah, and
they're all like salted, and everything is like a piece of sea rotted wood and ropes and planks and shit. And
I feel like it needs to feel more enjoyable to ink things, but it really is just a splat of paint.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you gotta give me something to make it. Like, it does things to make things cooler, but it doesn't. It just covers it in the color.
I don't know. They do have, like, there's all the different weapons from the game. You know, they've got like the big paint roller and stuff like that. And then they've got like a few different tanks that you can put on your back that then have like ultimate abilities. And there's like little gadgets that you can modify with little modifiers to make them do cool stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I just wish I wanted to play it more.
Yeah.
Because my Switch 2 is languishing somewhat. So, and
Here.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, you know, you can play it online co-op with other people. You can bring up to 4 people with you. Obviously, I mean, that seems like it's probably the way to do it.
Yeah.
It does seem though like they tried, because there's kind of a little montage at the end where they show a lot of different, like, here's a level where you have a surfboard to get around, and here's a level that's like that looks like an 8-bit Nintendo game, and like
sure.
And they've got these like kind of going down a level, like you're trying to get to level 99 kind of stuff. And the challenge gets harder and harder, and there's different biomes.
I think this is definitely just a game that, like, on paper, I feel like I should like.
Yeah.
And I just don't.
I really do think that part of it is just the grungy aesthetic, where I'm like, I don't want to live in this messy, dirty, grody fucking world. Because
what if it was just them fighting a Roomba cleaning up their splatter everywhere?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. So anyway, we don't spend too much time on it because I don't think I have that much more to say.
Nope.
Splatoon Raiders is coming out. Oh, when is it coming out? It's coming out like
scroll to the end
in July 23rd.
Oh,
so like
very close.
In a month.
We're in July, baby.
Yeah.
So 20 some odd days.
20 days. So
depending on when this gets uploaded.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. That was all the good news you've got.
Buckle up, everybody.
Yeah. It's time. It's just, this is like the 3rd week in a row where it's just been kind of a bummer, man.
Yeah.
Like, 2 weeks ago.
I don't know, man. Every time I'm in one of these podcasts, it's always a series of sad ass fucking stories.
I know, but like recently it's gotten way worse, because it was like 3 weeks ago, Bryce and I were talking about the Xbox, like, the Double Fine compulsion game stuff. And then last week it was the story about like how Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be $80 for the bad version and $100 for the good version. Yeah. And so we're still kind of in that same news cycle. But let's start with the fact that Grand Theft Auto pre-orders went online last week. Shocking.
Are you shocked?
I am shocked. Okay, so Grand Theft Auto 5 made $1 billion, made zillions and zillions of dollars. How long do you think it took Grand Theft Auto 5 to make $1 billion when it came out?
2 days.
13 days.
Okay.
How long do you think that it took for pre-orders of Grand Theft Auto 6 to make $1 billion?
13 minutes.
1 hour. You're much closer.
Yeah.
I think by the time that we're talking now, it's up to like $3 billion.
The fuck?
$3 billion.
What is wrong with you guys?
Strangely, their stock took a little bit of a dip because the announcement of like the $80, $100 versions, the stockholders didn't like that all that much, and there was the lack of a physical copy in the box was something that made them a little sketchy. But
and didn't some stores say they're not even going to carry it if it doesn't have anything in the...
Yeah, there was like 2 stores. One was in the UK.
No.
But they were like, our policy
we don't acknowledge.
Our policy is not to stock games that don't have a disc in the box, which, put a pin in that. We'll come back to that a little bit later.
Yeah.
Anyway, $1 billion in an hour.
Wow. You guys really showed Rockstar.
And apparently the $100 version is being ordered much more than the $80 version.
Jesus Christ, guys. Guys.
I mean, I to be honest, like I was thinking about it, I was like, I'll just buy the $80 version. I don't need that shit. And it's just like, I don't know, man. I'm going to be spending $80 on this fucking thing. It's going to be $20 extra is not going to break the bank yet. Yet.
Yeah.
We also got some. This was weird. These were some leaks that came from Amazon Brazil and a few other places that said that like the game is going to have really heavy social media in it. Like a fake social media, like basically fake TikTok inside of the game.
That's not crazy. Even like Spider-Man had a fake Twitter account in his game, right?
But that's how you're going to find like missions and stuff, is you're going to see stuff happening on fake TikTok and then go over there to see what's going on. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so trying to not use this shit ever. You're forcing it to be
at least hopefully it'll be a better algorithm.
yeah. At least it'll lead me to something cool and not just a horror show.
You never know.
But they also I like this a lot. It's going to have like, supposedly the NPCs in the game are going to have like, the kind of little AI routines where they're running through stuff that then if they connect to each other, like it'll end up with a conflict, like spontaneous mission generation happening in the game.
Sure.
And that's something that could be cool if it works. That just makes it like an infinite fucking around machine where you can never tell what's going to happen, which is also great for social media, especially the social media that I'm on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think other than that, there was some interesting technical analysis that was done that seemed to indicate that like no version of this game on any of the consoles is going to run at 60 frames per second, not even on the PS5 Pro. There's been this heavy kind of...
Is it because it's just so much?
The thing is that the reason that it looks so nice is because they're using global ray traced illumination for all of the shadows, which makes it look really realistic. But that's like the most intensive like CPU, GPU load that you could put on a system, is to basically every fucking scene and every fucking reflection, all of the shadows and all of the light bloom on everything has to be done on the fly every second. So getting that up to 60 frames per second is
impossible.
Well, you have to then lower the resolution, and then you have to use the AI upsampling to fill in the details between it. And to get it to run that, I think the idea is that you have to lower it so much that you would start to see detail getting lost when the AI upsamples it, even though maybe. So this is from Digital Foundry. They also seem to indicate that the PS5 might do like 40 frames per second instead of 30 frames per second, but that the older consoles are just they're gonna struggle with this thing. And I'm not gonna lie and say that like that's completely unexpected, because like the PS3 struggled with Grand Theft Auto 5 when it came out. And
it's gonna be one of those games that you load up and you can just start hearing the fans right away.
I think it's gonna be one of those games. I think everybody has this experience. It's gonna be one of those games where like later on in your life, when you buy like a much faster console and or computer and or whatever, you're like, I wonder how the Grand Theft Auto 6 runs on this. It's like, oh my God, it runs so good. I'm gonna totally play back through this game from scratch. It's like when Breath of the Wild ran at 60 frames per second on my Switch 2, and I was like, I have to stop or I'm gonna play this entire fucking game.
It's so beautiful.
And then also we've got the Rockstar devs, especially in Great Britain, have been trying to unionize for a while. There was even a story, I think it was last year, where I think it was like 6 or 8 people got fired because Rockstar said they were leaking information on a Discord. They said it was because they were trying to unionize.
I think I remember that story.
They're still that. I don't know if that ever got resolved, but the employees of Rockstar are like, before this shit hits the fan in November, we would like you to officially recognize our union, because that would give them the power to be able to not all be fired immediately.
Now, come on, Rockstar, you fucking cowards.
Whether that happens or not, who can say? I don't necessarily think of Rockstar or 2K as being especially ethical companies.
I've known people that work there, and they didn't seem to have a good time.
By the same token, apparently they have been crunching for just like a year now. So it's possible that they might they might get a little bit of a, I don't know. The thing is that it also depends on how much money this thing makes, because it looks like it's on track to make like
it made $1 billion in
an hour.
Yeah,
to make like more money than anything. More money than anything has ever made.
Just wait, all right? Devolver Digital said they were coming out with a game to compete.
There's a Garfield
I have
game.
to save my money. If they say they want $100, I'm going to pay Devolver Digital $100.
Yep. So that's
you guys don't know the lengths in which I will the amount of money I will spend for the fucking lulz. All right, I have a clownfish tattooed on me. You don't know what I'm willing to do or not.
You don't know me. Okay, so the next story was an interesting one. I don't ever want to tell people to go spend large amounts of money, but there is an
Patreon.com.
There is an indication here from the retailers and from reports that like this year they may run out of all of the consoles.
Yeah.
PS5 Pro, PS5 regular, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series. I don't think Series S is even going to run that, but maybe it will. But like, if you think you're going to be playing this game on one of them consoles, you should go buy one of them consoles if you don't have one.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that the all the chip shortage bullshit for the AI has meant that they can't manufacture these fucking things. So they're in an honest to God situation of like the demand for this game might be so high. People who haven't bought these consoles that have been waiting for this game to come out, who finally go to put their money where their mouth is, that it's just like.
So you're fucking telling me.
Yep.
That not only are these people all of a sudden willing to spend probably $100 on a fucking game, but then also upwards of like $800 for a console to go with it.
Yep. Because you gotta have a console to play the video game. You can't play the video game without the console. It's not like you can play it on the PC. It's like you play it on PS4.
It's just whatever. So many people were shit talking me about buying consoles. A lot of my coworkers, like anytime we like talk about getting a console, or we got the Switch 2 and I got lambasted for 2 days.
What? Why? The PC.
I would never spend money on. They're actually like the moral conundrum of buying from Nintendo, and I'm like,
must be nice being fucking rich.
Yeah, it's just like the moral what? I just want to enjoy life.
Yeah. So that's a thing that is happening. Something to keep in mind if you're doing that. Also, last week we had a story about. That when Grand Theft Auto 6 was launching, it was going to launch with a code in a box. Yeah. No disc.
It's a code in a box.
There was a story that there would be a pressed disc later. They have come out to say, no, that is not a thing.
What if it wasn't a pressed disc, but just a burnt CD with the soundtrack on it?
This was apparently some kind of, this was like a miscommunication. This was so stupid, where the answer was like, the phrase physical copy, like they were like, physical copies may be coming after blah, 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 blah. What they meant was like the box with the code in it. And when they said physical copies may be coming after the game has been on sale, they meant the pre-orders. But they were talking about the empty boxes that are in the store right now. Yeah. So that was apparently then misconstrued, because when you say physical copy, what people think is you mean a disc, not a plastic box with letters and numbers in it.
Why don't they just do like Nintendo does the little like credit card? You know what I mean?
Oh, the
little like the code's on the back, and it's just, it doesn't have to be in a fucking box. I don't need to carry that shit around.
Buy it online.
Why
go to the store? Why get a box even?
Well, maybe you only want to use cash, and you don't want to put your fucking card information because you have a 6-year-old that's definitely going to spend your money if it's on that console. But like. Whatever. I don't like Grand Theft Auto. I don't like Rockstar. So like, I'm just gonna be bitch about it. Sorry.
Well, no. You got the good energy. You got the energy for this, because the thing is that because there is no CD. This is so weird. Grand Theft Auto 6 may kill GameStop. They may actually be one of 2 stories this week. three stories this week, if I'm being honest.
Might kill GameFly.
That kills GameStop. Oh, well, certainly GameFly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm surprised GameFly is still around, to be honest. But so GameStop was like, woohoo, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going on sale. Apparently, the people at the store was like, oh, no, we had quotas. Like, you need to get 200 pre-orders for the store. And I was like, I expect there'd be 500. We got 5.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to pre-order a fucking box.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Why would I leave my fucking house to give you money and have you pitch me a subscription to Game Informer
and what do
for
I
a
like?
fucking? I gotta go back here. I gotta come get the box and take the box home.
Not just go back, but like at midnight when everyone else is just downloading it, ready to play.
Actually, PlayStation games unlock at 11 in Central Time. So,
even then,
even better.
You know what I mean? Like,
but
ugh.
Yeah. So like.
But also, like, I'm not going to feel bad for GameStop.
Well, I feel a little bit bad for the employees because they said that management was like telling them that because the employees are being very upfront about there is no physical copy because they don't want fucking moms coming down here and screaming at them about, you know. And then apparently management was like, well, you need to pitch them on why buying the code in the box is better.
Then you need to pitch me on why buying codes in a box is better.
They were like, oh, okay, I don't understand. So, but man, it's fine. That dude's going to buy eBay, okay? It's going to be fine, right? Cohen's going to buy eBay. I'm sure that this isn't the end of because, you know, the other thing that you can't do with a code in the box is sell it back to GameFly or GameStop when you're done with it.
Yeah.
So, you guys will basically
They're all dying. It's all dying.
Yep. Second pin number 2. Put that in there. We'll be back to that.
It's not. It's going in a voodoo doll, Jeff.
Yeah, I know.
Don't put the pins in there.
Actually, no. You know what? Take that pin out because I anticipated this in my segues. The other. The second barrel that's aimed at GameStop's heart is that this last week Sony announced no more discs. No more.
Well, in 2028.
In 2028. Yep. At the end of 2027.
Give them some time.
No more discs.
Yeah.
No more physical media.
Hey, real quick question.
At all.
Quick question about it.
Yes.
Are games going to be cheaper because they're no longer physical and they don't have to pay for the development and pressing and plastic use and shipping and anything like that?
Look who wants to get right in the middle of my rant before I've even started it up.
I'm fucking ready to go, baby. You think I haven't been talking about this shit to people? I'm like, good to go.
Okay, so no is the answer.
That's funny because Nintendo is $10 cheaper if you buy it digitally.
Mm-hmm. I have started to come to the point. I have for years been very like, I don't agree with this, but I understand.
Yeah.
I understand why you do that. And you know what? I'm going to make the case right now. PlayStation put out metrics for this. 85% of their sales are digital. Like several years ago, it was like 14%.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well.
Also, this isn't a surprise. I had people come up to me and ask if this was a surprise. And I'm like, since before this generation, they've been talking about going digital only.
Yes, they want to do that. They sell PlayStations that don't have a drive. I had to buy one the day my internet went out for this Pro to try to get something that would work on here. But so, okay, they're not selling. And, you know, apparently it's real expensive. You've got to press discs. You got to put them in a box. You got to ship them somewhere. Yeah. You got to pay somebody to ship them. You got to put them on a Best Buy takes a piece of that. You got to, it didn't sell. Now I just got a bunch of shit I paid for just sitting around. It's got to be reduced in price. I buy Grand Theft Auto 6 and then I let you borrow it and you don't buy a copy and then you sell it to Michael and he doesn't buy a copy and then Michael sells it back to GameStop for Invincible Versus 2 and Sony got paid one time and like all 5 of us enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
All that is fine. Okay, look, I get it. You're gonna take away the discs. I get why you would want to do that. Okay, but I've now come to a point in my life. Like last week when we were talking about Microsoft, I was like, this is not the fault of the developers. You should lose money for a while to try to right this, to try to make this right, and not just chop your leg off because you got an ingrown toenail. And with Sony, I'm like, bitch, the master is there.
Yeah.
Sell discs for $100. Say like, we are doing them a press on demand. We're not selling them. We're doing them direct sales through Sony only. Yeah. They will be a collector's edition. This is like buying fucking vinyl at the store instead of popping up Spotify when you want to listen to fucking madness. Make it a collector's item. partner with I Am 8-Bit. Partner with the fucking other guy, whatever, the other one that does the things, Critical Bliss or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I get that this isn't successful for you, that this isn't like a good revenue stream for you.
Yeah.
It's just it's a whole fucking department that you've got to keep employed. It's a whole fucking bunch of people down the line that are all taking a bite out of your profits. Of course.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to lower the price? Of course not. When was the last time we got a deal from any of these fuckers?
Yeah.
Like, every day I'm getting stabbed in the dick again by the video game industry.
I don't understand where it just feels like they're smiling at us and telling us about how much more money they can suck us dry from, and they don't seem to even think about, like, I remember back in my day, fucking, they would try to at least convince us that it was a deal or how great it is. And now they're not even doing that. They're just like, but I can make so much more money if I hold your ankles and shake you and all the change falls out of your pockets. And it's just like,
I mean, I've been like, not to get higher on this horse that I'm standing on, not to put on my platform shoes, but like, this would be a more convincing argument if Sony's stock price did not keep going up.
Yeah.
Like, it would be more of a thing if these gigantic corporations seemed in any way, shape, or form to be struggling.
Yeah.
And for the disc thing, again, it's like, I have some sympathy for them, man. I really do. Like, 85% of your sales, you got the 15%, you got the people all online about fucking like, game preservation. It's like, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
I'm not a museum. This is a fucking Arby's, ma'am. I'm not here to, like, make sure that you're able to play fucking God of War Laufey in the year 2727 because you think that you should be able to, right? Like, we'll have re-released it 12 times by then. It's almost impossible to find a game that you can't figure out some way to play. I know there are some, do not come at me, but like, for the most part, a lot of this stuff is available to play in one form or another. It gets remade, it gets re-released, it gets blah 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 blah. But just leave the option open. Just be kind of cool, man. Just like, be a little bit cool. Like, keep 4 people on your multi-million-dollar payroll that can just press a disc. You know, give them a stack of DVDRs.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Just put it in there, and then you can just have them write God of War Laufey on with a Sharpie.
That'd be
and
great.
Then put it in the disc and send it. Bespoke. Charge me even more for it. It's like, handcrafted.
Genuinely.
Have it so that the person in the Sony, they have to draw a little picture of Laufey on there, and you're like, ooh, I got a good one. This one's from James. James is good at this.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell who's doing it. This one's a stick figure with boobs.
Yeah, but don't just fucking take. It's like, this has been a thing for a long fucking time.
Yeah,
and now you're just like, nope. And let's not even say that. Circle all the way back. This is another one of the big reasons that GameStop will die. GameStop
for sure.
will die.
What are they going to sell?
Yeah.
Nothing. They don't got
Xbox games. Nobody plays those.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. You have any strong feelings? You said you were talking about this. I've been yapping.
Well, I kind of jumped into it quick, but so I just wanted to bring up a conversation that I had with a friend about this when the news broke, where he was like, do you think physical stores that sell consoles now will refuse to sell consoles because they won't be able to sell games or anything with them? Like, the profit is just for the one thing, the console.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like, if you have the console available so that you can sell games. And I thought that was kind of an interesting, like,
who?
I don't know, like Target. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Walmart sells consoles, but they sell consoles and games. They all sell consoles and games. If there's no games, then they're depleting an entire portion of that revenue.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I've never gotten the impression that Target or Walmart particularly give a shit about what they sell. They're just like, will you give me money for it? Put it on the shelf. Like, their game sections suck butts.
Yeah.
They never have the new thing that's out. It's all locked behind some bullshit that you got to go find somebody in a Walmart for 2 hours to get.
Yeah.
And then, like, I was thinking, like, Best Buy can't do that because they're on thin fucking ice, man. Like,
I can't believe Best Buy's still around. I'm starting to think that's money laundering company.
Well,
like,
people got to buy speakers and MacBooks somewhere. Like, but other than that,
there's an Apple store, man.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean maybe, but I don't think so. The thing is that,
do you think this will cause issues with Blu-rays, DVDs sales and stuff? Because a lot of people, you know what I mean, laptops don't come with disc drives anymore.
I think if you go to the Blu-ray section of Best Buy, you got your answer already.
There is no Blu-ray section in Best Buy, but I just mean like it's already on its like end. So, or dying breasts. I don't know. There's like a whole thing of like vinyl was something that just like stuck around by the skin of their teeth for a very long time, and now it's back in a sense.
Yep.
And that it's like nobody was just like out here like ooh like record players. So is this something where we're gonna have to just like people like me and John who still buy physical media have to be like we're gonna have to invest in a good Blu-ray player and just hope against hope that because we're like we still have an Xbox that can play stuff and a PlayStation that can play stuff, but like if anything happens to those, do we have to like?
I think that it will. I think that you've made the perfect comparison. I think that physical media across the board will be like the way that people treat records. Some people want it. Yeah. Michael wants it. Michael wants a disc of every game. You know, he let me borrow Invincible Versus because I finally got one. But I had this PlayStation 5. I've had a PlayStation 5 for a long time, and I only recently just got the disc drive for this thing. I don't have a record player. I listen to my shit on Spotify. I watch HBO. I watch Netflix. I've got like 8 Blu-rays in this house.
I'm a combination of all of it. We stream all the time. We buy digitally all the time. But I also buy a lot of physical stuff because I know what these fuckers do.
Oh, I mean, we don't even have the story here about Sony delisted 500 movies off of their thing and just took them away. Yeah,
like, and it's just gone. Like you didn't own it. You owned the access to it until they decide you don't have it anymore. Yep.
Which, I mean, the thing is that I
feel like games were already there, though. Even if you bought it physically, a lot of them have, like, digital requirements or internet requirements.
Allow me, I mean, we got to take a break in a minute here, but allow me to put forth a counterpoint. Steam. Yeah. PC gamers haven't had a physical disc in fucking years, and they get along just fine.
Yeah, when me and my friend were talking about this, when the news broke, I said if it makes me feel like saving up for a Steam machine is more worth it because they, Steam has sales all the time, and so you're gonna get some games for cheaper, and I don't feel like you're gonna get cheaper games off of this in any way. They're not even lowering the price because they're making it digital, so like their sales are not going to be the same as what a Steam sale is. And Steam was upfront about being no disc and shit.
I will say that like I'm not, and again I am in no way, shape, or form trying to come to Sony's defense on this, but like PlayStation does have a lot of sales. Like they put a lot of shit on sale, and I don't know because it's like one of the first things when you go to the store is like 45% off summer sale, up to 75% off Summer Games Fest.
I guess we don't really play PlayStation, so I don't see it as often. But like, I just don't trust.
There are no, and nor should you. No one should trust Sony. They're not a person. Yeah, they're fucking like they're there to make money. They're there to squeeze money out of you.
Very, very blatantly. Yes, like not even. Come on. Yep. Don't twirl your mustache while telling me this.
Yep. And so Sony may say to you, well, you can buy stuff digitally. You've got a whole digital library. It's fine. And then, the next story on this list is they're finally shutting down the PS3 and the Vita stores, where now, again, not to, don't come at me. You're still able to download the things that you bought off of those stores. Yeah. They did try to do this in 2021, and the fan backlash was so big that they left them open until now. Yeah. Nobody, none of the payment processing works on either one of these stores. So you have to buy PlayStation, PSN cards, put those codes in order to be able to buy anything. Yeah. Now, but I feel the same way about this that I feel about the discs. Like if this was a system where if I turned on my PS3 and then I tried to go to the store and they were like, hi, you are 5,000th in line. Your wait time is 4 hours to get onto the store. And they've got one little fucking server that's doing like World of Warcraft queuing, and you've got one little fucking thing, and it doesn't take any payments, and all it takes is PSN cards, and all it does is download your old shit because there's like 8 people a day who want to do this. It's not a huge thing. But leave it up Like, just, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be in a fucking Azure rack full of AI machines that cost $1 billion. Like, just put it on a fucking Pentium 4 in the corner and make it slow and shitty, like dial up or whatever, but just don't take it all the way away.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is, like, I don't expect these companies to have to spend $1 gajillion on this shit, but don't take it all the way away.
Yeah.
Make it hard to get to. Make me have to sign up for a 1-hour access portal to the PS3 store if I feel like I want to do that, and then burn the CD of it and have James draw the picture and then send it to me, and that's all fine. I'm fine with that, but like, just don't take it all the way away. This is the point where I'm at, where I was like, I cannot expect you to be cool. I just wish you wouldn't just burn it all the way down. Like, don't salt the earth when you're done. Just like, leave a little bit so some grass can grow.
They don't want grass to grow, man.
Anyway, with that, we're gonna go ahead and take a break.
Yay.
We get back, we're gonna talk. We got more
positive, happy, fun, happy, joy.
You might notice that we haven't said anything about Xbox yet, so no. So we got Xbox left to go. We'll be back in just a minute. And we're back.
We've been here the whole time.
That's true. We have been here the whole time.
We didn't go anywhere.
Let's see. I have a few. Like, okay, when we left, we were talking about PlayStation. No more discs, right?
Yeah.
It should not come as a surprise to anybody that insert Fallout 3 meme. Nobody liked that. Like that, people online were very, very unhappy. I think that people have learned that sometimes they can bully corporations into reversing course.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to do that. I don't think it will work.
I don't think it'll work. But I think they're already well into the whatever the process is to not do this. I think they started before they told us, guys. Yep.
So,
but tell them.
Yeah.
Yell at them.
Yeah, go for it.
Like, I support you.
Let's see. We also had an interview where they were talking about the next PlayStation, and there were a couple of things in here. One was they said specifically that they don't want to sell the next PlayStation at a, quote, significant loss, because most consoles are sold at a loss because they're, Sony takes 30% of every game that they sell on their digital store. And so, the opposite side of that for us, the customer, is that we get a cheaper unit up front to get us all in the ecosystem.
Yeah.
I think that Sony and Xbox and Valve and everybody is looking at the state of the market, where last week the Steam machine comes out for way more than anybody thought it was worth, and it immediately sells out instantly all the way. So there's also some question in the vague wording that makes people think that there might be doing a kind of a Switch 2-ish type of thing. They talk about wanting to go beyond the living room, and people seem to think that that might be
like a handheld,
some kind of handheld mode or something.
Interesting.
I would hate that. I really don't want everything to go to handheld modes, because I want powerful boxes hooked up to giant televisions. I have no interest in playing handheld.
Yeah.
Like, I have a PS Portal, but if given my druthers, I play my shit in my room on my giant television.
Yeah.
So, but I think it shows a lot where their head is at. I think that everybody's gone into. Let me go off a little bit here. I think that right now we're looking at this weird fucking Avengers Endgame of capitalism.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
is this the time we all get blipped?
I mean, they're pushing it to the limit, and they're just going to push it till it breaks.
Yeah.
They're just going to push it until the corporations start going out of business, until like fucking, the PlayStation 6 doesn't sell because nobody has any fucking money to buy it.
Yeah.
Like, the scalpers buy it for $1,500 and put it on eBay for $3,000, and nobody fucking buys it because, like, yes, there are people out there that have nice jobs, and there are people out there with money, but that, like, you have to have a volume of people to keep some of these industries going. And I have been on this podcast for 2 years trying to, well, I'm not explaining to them because they don't listen, but like,
it might be one or two guys.
People are playing fewer and fewer games. They're buying fewer and fewer games. They're playing fewer games. There's just less overall attention in this industry. The people like me that are left are big into it, but I'm getting squeezed out, and I get paid for this.
Yeah.
Like, I get paid to do this. I can't imagine what it's like to just be a regular person who's like, okay, I got to buy a fucking $1,500 console so I can buy $80 games that I don't actually own on no discs.
Yeah.
Like, And Sony stopped having sales ever because they don't have to anymore, and you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So
it's disheartening. I'm very like, I feel bad if your only form of escape is video games because you're going to get squeezed out of it.
Yeah.
And it's, to me, not worth, like, I'm getting to the point. Besides the 2 games I bought when we got the console for the Switch 2, I believe you've purchased every game for me that I've played.
Yep.
I think John maybe purchased one that I played, but like, you know what I mean? Like, just, I can't afford it. I don't, like, if I have money, it's going to bills or it's going to fucking gas or it's going to, like, I just can't afford to, you know.
It has become a very expensive hobby. And like, I bought my PlayStation Pro for $700 and it was considered really expensive. That's $950 now.
Yeah.
Like,
that's fucking
Grand
crazy.
Theft Auto 6 is a $100 video game. Let's not, yes, there's cosmetics. You could buy the version without the cosmetics, but like the full game is $100.
Yeah.
That's we're talking upwards of $1,000 for that experience for one game.
Yeah.
And every week, I mean, this is RageSelect, right? Every week, new games come out. And I think that the industry, the thing is that all the indications to me seem to be that this is like the beginning of a second video game crash where like nobody's buying this shit anymore. The studios start going out of business. The profit margins go down. Stuff starts getting canceled left and right. Except that they keep posting record fucking profits every quarter. And so I'm like, maybe I'm the one who's wrong.
Yeah.
So
I really don't know. I do feel like they're gonna crash themselves out. I mean, they also like put a lot into AI, and AI is why they can't make consoles cheaper, and it feels like they're doing it, like they're purposely doing it for themselves, and everything sees to be so they can spend less money and make more money.
But then if the cost of everything goes up,
then I understand that like that's what businesses do is try to make more money, but there is a point where it's like this is just a villain's tale now.
You could make a Big Mac that is worth $1,000, but you're not going to sell very many $1,000 Big Macs. Like it could totally be worth it. It could totally be fine. Like I've been saying for years, the video game industry has had a fucking boner to raise the price of games to $100, and like with a lot of other things in the world, I'm just like, do it. Like, if that's what you think, then do it.
Yeah.
But there is a certain point where then when it doesn't sell, don't you fucking come crying to me. Like, I don't have hundreds and hundreds of dollars to dump into this.
Yeah, this is also one of those things, the same thing as like the restaurant industry for a while where they were just like, the youth, the millennials are destroying the restaurant industry. And it's like, I'm not going to pay $45 for a fucking Caesar salad at at fucking Applebee's, man. Like, you guys priced us out of being able to do this and then blame us for the industry dying when it's on you. And the industry right now isn't dying, but I can see it happening very soon. And it's just like
feels like the pressure is way up there.
Yeah. I feel like people should be investing in more like independent things, like look into the play date, look into, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like smaller things where you're paying $2 for a fucking game.
my $900 PS5 Pro, I'm currently replaying Dave the Diver on it.
Yeah.
A game that could be played on a fucking PlayStation 2 probably. Yeah. So anyway, Sony also talked about how they're still going to be focusing on like 4 of their live service games. They still want the live service thing to happen because
sure they do.
Nobody's got that. I mean, they canceled 8 out of the 12 live service games that they were going to be making. There also was a very dystopian interview where they talked about how they're going to be focusing a lot more on monetizing the existing users as opposed to like they realize they can't bring more. We've hit the saturation.
So if you're
limit.
already in there, they're going to try really hard to get you to spend as much money as humanly possible.
Yeah, which I feel bad about because like man, I'm fine.
What do they call them? Whales?
The whales. Yep. So I guess we'll see whether that works.
Yeah.
I don't know. We also finally got a head count on the number of people getting axed from Bungie now that Destiny 2 is out. That is 292 people getting laid off. Lots of folks like their whole cutscene team and a lot of other folks are out there. Let's see if I can find what was the numbers on here. It was like when they got hired, they were up at 1,300 people at their peak. They fired 500 people and cut down to 800. Now they fired 300 more, so they're down to like 500. So
tiny.
They still have like incubation projects in the works, which is the only way to get out of this, right? Marathon is not enough to keep a company alive. Those numbers are not good enough. But
God, that's rough.
Yeah. Yep. It's fucking terrible. Yep. Also, though, I don't know. Maybe this is the thing. Maybe this is a little bit of what we were talking about before. We got the hardware, or we got the sales analysis for May of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Sony's PlayStation sales were down like they haven't been this low since 2002.
Good.
Microsoft apparently, like, their sales were down, but their numbers were up because they raised the price of the consoles. So they had like 12% fewer sales. And Nintendo just keeps Nintendoing, apparently.
Yeah. What are you going to do? You can't stop them.
Yeah. Apparently the Switch 2 is not going to sell quite as well as the Game Boy Advance, but it's getting pretty close.
Yeah.
Which is kind of amazing. But I mean, all of this shows that there's quite a bit fewer people are buying consoles right now.
What?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not hoping for a crash, but it seems to me that there is no other thing that will correct this.
Yeah, I'm not hoping for a crash, but I am hoping for some comeuppance.
Like the only way that this is going to work is if the entire United States economy is destroyed because AI didn't pay off.
Give it
and it's
minute.
I guess. Speaking of Xbox, it's a grim week with Xbox.
God damn. This is exhausting.
I know. I'm sorry.
Can we do shots in the next break or something? Fuck, man.
We got a few things later on. Apparently, the new plan at Microsoft is to speed up the development of Fallout, as well as Elder Scrolls and Halo games, because everybody knows that, rushing gigantic games to market right away is a recipe.
They're definitely not going to be super rush and trash, and then all the developers are going to be burnt out and dying. And it's going to end up being a bad game and not sell, but it's the developer's fault.
The only thing I can think of, though, when they talk about Fallout is a Fallout 3 remake, because we have heard nothing about a Fallout 5. Yeah. We've heard more about Elder Scrolls 6 than we have about Fallout 5. And Fallout 76, I thought, was doing decent enough numbers for them. I think that the idea of shoving some kind of Halo game out is yeah. Like, I don't know why you guys have been fucking up your flagship franchise for the last 7 years straight.
They don't care. They don't like video games.
Yeah,
they just like making money, and they make bad decisions because they're not thinking this. We've had this conversation.
I know, but
every podcast is the same conversation.
If you made you could be making money. You could be making money with good decisions. I know you like money, so find somebody that can make you money instead of just fucking around.
But yeah.
We're also seeing a bunch of cuts in external vendor contracts at Xbox. So these are it was funny because I saw this. It was like external vendor contracts.
Yeah, I don't
Microsoft.
know what
does that mean?
In my head, it means that they're not hiring food trucks to their offices to eat lunch. You know what I mean?
Some of this is third-party technology firms that they're hiring out to for infrastructure for their networking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the main thing that this is that apparently Ashish Sharma has put a stop to all Game Pass negotiations with indie developers to put their games on Game Pass. Because they're once again looking into whether those deals are good or whether they should be putting those things, whether they should be spending time and money. It's weird because I'm about to now hit you with the rapid fire bullshit. And when we get to the end, it's so they've got Doom and Bethesda, and is that all?
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that all they got? Fucking Forza and Halo? Because apparently State of Decay, this big zombie game that's been in development for a long time by Undead Labs. They're looking to divest themselves of this game, sell it to somebody else, or axe it if they cannot sell it, much like they did with Ninja Theory with the Senua folks.
Yeah.
But guess what? That's not all, because they also want to get rid of Arcane,
I knew about
that
this.
is making the Blade game, because that's been in development for a long time and they haven't seen it. So they want to divest themselves of Arcane Studios, which is a weird decision considering the amount of money that's probably gone into this Blade game. I don't know. Maybe it's in development hell.
Yeah.
And closer to my heart, Xbox was on the hook to make IO Interactive was making a weird medieval fantasy online game.
Really?
And there, as a third-party partner, Xbox was funding that.
Yeah.
And they yanked that. Apparently, IO is now downsizing a little bit, but they're still trying to find somebody to fund that game. They haven't completely canceled it yet.
How much do you guys need? What's your PayPal? I want this one.
I tell you what,
this is the only one I want.
I made myself really sad because I went to the Twitter where they announced this.
Yeah.
And underneath, do you? I mean, I don't know if you.
Yes.
I should be saying this. I'm gonna put up I started putting 90-second timers up for me not to talk about this stuff. Do you know that James Bond game is super fucking woke? Do you know it's woke? You know it's super woke? You know why?
Hang on.
You know why?
Is it because M is a woman of color?
And Moneypenny.
Oh, and money. Yeah, I forgot.
That's woke. Also, that lady in the French intelligence service, she's not white either. Woke. Like it is a boozing, womanizing young man with a gun and a blonde fucking good looks. If this is woke, I don't know what's not woke. Like, I mean, is it just
God? That's exhausting, man.
Is it just James Bond and Monroe like punching women in the face? Is that a non-woke game?
I don't understand.
I don't understand.
Okay.
Anyway, because people were like, yeah, maybe if you didn't make such fucking woke trash, then like you would be successful. And I was like, all right. I don't understand anymore.
God, is it exhausting to be them?
I think it's exhausting to be everybody.
Yeah. I have
to be everybody right now.
Exhausted. That's true.
However, the Hideo Kojima horror game is not on the chopping block. Mostly because I think that Xbox knows that if they tried to do that,
if we put Hideo on the chopping block, we are on the chopping block.
Well, no, like anybody would be happy to fund that game.
Yeah, they'll take it.
It's got fucking Hideo Kojima and Jordan Peele's name on it.
Yeah.
Sony would be like, fucking.
Yeah, we'll take it. Don't you worry. People are literally standing underneath it, holding their arms out, just hoping they drop it. Yeah.
But they specifically said that is not.
Psych.
Yeah,
it's not that one. Not that one. Don't look.
So yeah. So then I asked,
dude, Hideo Kojima liked Supergirl.
What?
I just thought I should point that out. He made like a 2-paragraph thing about how much he enjoyed it.
What? Like, okay, you spent a lot of money on a lot of video game companies and you are now canceling / closing / selling all of them.
It's almost like they don't like video games.
How do you expect to make any money if all you've got is like...
Have we talked to you about the whales yet?
I guess, but like what the whales for Gears of War E-Day, like
they exist.
I guess they do, but I mean I don't know. This exact same thing happened with Embracer. I judge Microsoft just as badly as I judge Embracer.
Yeah.
That you are cultural fucking vandals. You bought some storied video game companies that did nothing wrong, and they made the games that you approved. And there was even a story when they cut, it was like one of the... It's like an Elder Scrolls or one of the companies where like they brought a demo for their game in and Phil Spencer wouldn't stop playing it and stop raving and talking about how good it was. And then they fucking axed that entire team, canceled the game.
Yeah.
Nobody had seen. They had Hi-Fi Rush where they canceled that. They cut that studio loose and then put out a press statement about how they were looking for up and coming studios with interesting new ideas. And it was like, you fucking.
Yeah. I mean,
that one.
They literally did the like summer games thing. And then fired a bunch of people and disbanded a bunch of companies.
They put a trailer for Senua's game in there, and they were trying to divest themselves of that. They put that in there and then said out loud that they did that to try to drum up interest from buyers because they had no interest in actually putting the game out.
If I were, well, I don't know if that was their own Microsoft thing, right? That wasn't like Keeley's Summer Games Fest. Okay, because I was gonna say if I were him, I'd be extra pissed about them using it as a like that. Like I just feel like that's a skeevy thing to do.
Yeah,
because it's a game that might not ever exist that they actively put out to. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
It's just. It feels icky. Like talking about video game companies feels icky, man. When we're talking about storytelling and art, like when you fundamentally are talking about escapism and art and like a way, even
entertainment,
even a way to interconnect with people in games. And this is why Friend Slop's so popular right now. And they have really, really fucking bleached it out to nothing but the money that it does or does not make, and it's fucking gross.
And I am not saying that the company should lose infinite money. Everything is, see the first part. People aren't buying games anymore. Game sales are down. Sony's
it's because they're not putting the money into good games. They're too busy remaking old games or, making shitty game or like games that should be good that they're rushing out or not, putting the time into.
But but like I said with Sony, I do think that the time has now come to be like Microsoft. You are a $3 trillion company. You can afford to lose a little bit of money to make sure that Blade game gets made and give them a chance.
Yeah.
You can let that Senua game that you greenlit be finished.
Yeah.
You can let what was the State of Decay 3 that's been like on people's wish list for a decade come out. It is on the cusp of coming out. It's in beta. I've seen trailers for it. Like, you can push some of these things over the finish line, and then if they don't sell and you want to divest yourself, I get that. I do understand that. They extended way too much during COVID. They went on a fucking spending spree and nobody had any goddamn clue what they were doing. These companies, Double Fine is better off without Microsoft. Fucking IO Interactive is better off without a Square Enix or Microsoft to get in the way of them doing a thing.
I'm so mad at Tim Schafer. I'm fucking on fire about that because I knew it the minute that they announced it. People asked me if I was hyped about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, dude.
Yeah. But I think that they should try to fix what they did and not amputate what they did.
Yeah.
So,
Agreed.
We also got, there's been a lot of talk about the Xbox, the new Project Helix, the next console that they're working on.
Yeah.
And there was a report from The Verge that indicated from a leak that it will not have a physical drive at all and be all digital. In fact, apparently there was another report where they said that there's like some kind of system that they've been developing where it's like you could take your Xbox Series X game and put it into a Series X and then like make it a digital credit that then like will work on, because like if they sell a new console that doesn't have a disc drive in it, how the fuck are you gonna play the games you've already owned on that are not
honestly
digital?
Well, that's an interesting conversation. Like I'm not for game consoles being digital only, but it is an interesting question of like what happens to your old
library
games.
Yep. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there. And then all the scuttlebutt is that both of these consoles will definitely be over $1,000 from what we saw with Steam, with the Steam machine. So, okay. How about here's a fun stupid thing.
It better be the most fun stupid thing.
It's not the most fun stupid thing. It's not. I swear. I got a fun thing coming up, but it's in like 8 stories.
Put a pin in it.
Microsoft has taken Call of Duty off of Xbox Game Pass, right? This was a good move. They spent $69 billion buying that company and then started giving that shit away for $20 a month, which is like, all right. However, this has resulted in what I think is incredibly hilarious, which is these online ads that you're seeing where it's like a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 lock-in early campaign access, and then in the Call of Duty file it says not on Xbox Game Pass this year. Pre-order now.
Let you know.
Part of that ad, it's not just like finish the fight, get to the front, not on Game Pass.
They're like, do not expect to get this if you have Game Pass. Give us your money.
I mean, it is good that they are messaging up front and taking that hit, but by the same token,
I'd rather them be like forthcoming
hilarious
with that information. But
it's just that it's part of the ad. It's in the font. It's not a fine print. It's like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 lock-in campaign early access, and like the next line is just like not on Game Pass.
Don't do it. Don't expect it.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Valve.
Are we mad? Is this bad?
This is more neutral. To be honest, Valve is a company that is likable at times. So first off,
I was likable at times.
As I noted before, all of them Steam machines sold out immediately, and apparently people are selling them for like 3x on eBay. So,
I hate them.
Yep. So for the $1,500 or for
scalpers fucking suck.
1050 machine is like for $3,200. These aren't necessarily selling. Apparently, most of them are more like double, but you're seeing some that are even up to triple.
Are they selling, or are they just living on eBay?
Some of them are selling. I think some of the cheaper ones are selling because there are people who want that shit so bad. I mean, I've become sanguine in my old age. I can fucking wait for it. Like I'm fine. I'll play Dave the Diver. I have a PC. I have numerous PCs actually.
Bruh, I got my own fucking imagination at this point, okay? You guys are gonna...
I'm just gonna stare at the wall and imagine, whoa, what did Mario do now?
Oh my god, have you ever closed your eyes and put headphones on and listen to music? Fuck you. I can make this work, all right?
But the reason I say that Valve is okay is because they did do an interview recently where they were like, we don't want this to be this expensive. The whole point of this is to give people something to buy our games on. We need this was supposed to be an entry point for people that don't want to have a full PC to buy Steam games. We get money when people buy Steam games. We do not want to lock people out of this. It's just fucking like we do not have a choice at this point based on this stuff.
Yeah, I was not mad when they released the price. I was disappointed because of the state of the world we live in which they have to charge that much. But I know in my heart of hearts that they did not want to charge that much for that fucking console.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, they also said that, like, probably not going to be dropping in price anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is anything?
Yeah, that's true. They also pulled the, when they were marketing this, they're like 4K, 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
And then people got it and they were like, not on everything. So apparently they changed the wording to be like up to 4K, 60 frames per second.
In fairness, it should have always said up to and not.
I think that I never thought that the Steam machine should have been marketed as like, you can play Cyberpunk 2077 on here. It's like, you can play Dave the Diver. You can play Peak. You can play all the friend slop you feel like. So anyway, also a weird thing from last week, that D-Brand Companion Cube wrap that they did?
Yeah.
Apparently D-Brand just didn't ask Valve if they could do that. And so when they started pre-selling it, they did 100,000 pre-orders, and then Valve was like, hey, no.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, can we make a deal? And Valve was like, no.
Yeah.
And so then they were like, okay.
Even if you could, you probably wouldn't be able to now that you did this.
Yeah, so they refunded everybody. They even went on the Reddit and somebody was like, how did this happen? And the D-Brand official account was like, because we're stupid.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, yeah, you are. But then I don't know if you know this, but D-Brand is like that.
Yeah.
Like they'll
just do things and wait until somebody says no.
They're very cheeky and they're very cheeky in their online stuff. Which is a bit of a bummer. Like that was a fun little thing.
Yeah. But come on.
And also because Valve apparently doesn't have any real plans to make any actual other Steam faceplates. The 2 terabyte version comes with one that's red fabric and then a wood one, but they're just releasing the CAD files and they're like, you guys can make your own. We don't have no interest in that. So, I'm sure that somebody on Etsy can make a companion cube if you really want.
Oh yeah. That's probably the first thing people are going to make.
Oh boy. Okay, we got a little faster.
Yeah, maybe cut out some of the more depressing ones, Jeff.
All right, so next depressing story. Actually, this is an interesting story because a group of people in California, some small computer companies as well as a few plaintiffs have banded together and are saying that the big 3 memory companies, that would be SK Hynix, Micron, and Samsung, are colluding to make their prices too high.
What?
This happened before, where basically, I forget, there's a bid rigging is what they call it. So like normally, so basically, you're SK Hynix and I'm Samsung and I'm like, hey, I'm not going to sell this shit for less than $200. You're like, cool. And then when people are like, what's your lowest bid? And I'm like, $200. Like, fuck you. I'll call Amanda. Amanda, what's your lowest bid? $200.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck. And that's basically what
that
they're
must
saying.
Be what it costs. Yeah.
Yep. And that lines up a lot with what Valve was saying about how, like, they just tell us the price.
Yeah.
And if we say no, they will never talk to us again. And I'm like, I keep doing this mental calculation. If Bill Gates came to Austin and went, I want to buy every car in this town for the next 5 years. All cars are my cars. I have the money to do it. As a society, we would not allow there to be no cars available for anyone to purchase anywhere. And so the idea that it's like, I know that like people, I think, and the only reason I think that this shit is happening is because 90% of humanity doesn't know what RAM is. They don't understand what they're talking about. It's like, it's everything. It's your phone. It's your fucking refrigerator. It's the inside of your car. It's your computer. How can you let one company say, I will take your entire inventory for 5 years?
Yep.
And it's like, no, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
can have 30%. And the rest of the world that needs this same thing, like, you can't take that shit. We need that shit.
Yeah.
So I want to see what this comes. And I like the fact that it's being filed in California because they're not afraid to go fucking with corporations.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
However, there was also
I said to start skipping the depressing ones.
So the current outlook, if nothing changes, is that by the end of the year, memory prices will be 40 to 50% higher than they are now.
Yeah.
By Q4, which is March of next year, they will be 40 to 50% higher than that. By the end of
that'd be
2020,
100% difference.
by the end of 2027, they will be about 30 to 40% higher than they are now. However, there's good news because in 2028 they are projected to come down by about 15%. Now, if you guys are doing the math, you'll realize that it's like if you raise the price of something by like, if you count actually the last year, 275%, and then you bring it down by 15%, that's not a fucking discount, brah.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the
Bruh, I'm going analog. How much does paper cost? I'm going to buy a bunch of journals. I'm just doing that.
Who makes paper anymore? It's like a baby's toy. All right. How about something fun?
Please?
We live in a cyberpunk dystopia, and that means that the trailer that just came out for Cyberpunk Edgerunners 2 is very, very appropriate.
Good.
With the mega corporations. Of course, Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Have you watched the original Edgerunners?
No,
You don't have Netflix, and I guess it's on Netflix.
I don't have Netflix.
It's real, real good. And they've been waiting. Apparently, this is, Studio Trigger is the same animation company as the first one, and the writer and director team are the same people that did the first season. It's been quite a while, which I'm like happy about, because this is one of those things that I can like watch it, forget about it, and then there's another one. It's like, good, I want you guys to spend 5 years working on this. I don't want it to come out.
Actually care and put love and attention into it.
There's a bunch.
Wow, that guy does not blink.
It's a bunch of new characters. It seems like one of the big ones is this kind of young girl who's making like movies about the things that are happening. This kind of older netrunner, or this older mercenary guy named Week. He's called like Week Johnson or something like that.
Nice. Actually, that's kind of a sick name.
And then you've got this kind of the girl and with the kind of cyberpunk face, and then there's this other guy.
Yeah.
The guy with the hair.
The guy, like the bedhead, the one half of it going up, the other half.
Yep. They put out, it's coming out fall of this year. They put out a trailer for it.
So
Looks
exciting.
fucking cool as shit.
Oh, it's just nice to hear something good coming from Netflix that isn't getting canceled right away.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good one. That's a good one. Someday, maybe someday when we've got time, you just come over and watch 13 episodes of Cyberpunk 2077.
Fucking down, man.
Because it goes by real quick. It's a real easy show to watch.
Yeah.
So
fun.
Yep. Netflix is also, for some ungodly reason, making a Persona live action series.
I was wondering if you were going to talk about this.
I don't know why. I don't know why. That doesn't make any real sense.
Didn't Netflix do a different like gambling anime show but made it live action?
Kakegurui, yep.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I feel like that was like middling successful.
I mean, they
Maybe
also did
Persona
One Piece and Cowboy Bebop and Yu Yu Hakusho and Avatar, and Mob Psycho. I think they might have just got that one. But there's a lot of like this weird, we want to take an anime or anime thing and then make it into live action. I'm like, it doesn't fucking look right.
Didn't they own Dorohedoro? And those cowards didn't want to
They funded the first season of Dora Hedora.
And they didn't want to, those cowards didn't want to make a live action version of that.
Dora Hedora would not be nearly as funny if I had to look at K-Men as a real thing.
I promise you it'd be fantastic.
Woof.
Boy, do I want to do... No,
season 2?
This weekend is my doing anime. I've decided because I have nothing else. We finished West Wing.
There you go.
I'm like taking a break from reading right now because my brain hurts all the time. So I desperately have the itch again of like, I want to sit down and just like throw on a show and just watch it.
I have some suggestions for things you can watch in a weekend, but there's also, this is a great time to get caught up because next week is when everything starts up again.
I know, that's also kind of why. I was watching a bunch of clips of people like, oh, the end of this show that I was watching got so good, and the end of this show got so good, and I'm like, oh, now I want to watch them.
Yeah. Let's see. Last week I talked about this. The devs over at Quantic Dream in France are striking. They're striking outside of their business because this is when the LucasArts executives are coming to see the Star Wars game that they're making. So they're going to make them fucking walk across the picket line.
Good. Fuck them.
They also have, this is like the most sane thing I've ever heard in my life where they're like, you guys, because, okay, Quantic Dream, you know, fucking Heavy Rain, Jason. The cop game, the Clancy Brown cop game that we played, Detroit Become Human.
Yeah.
They made an online MMO multiplayer, like Heroes of fucking My Balls game. They put it out and then they canceled it within like a month and a half because 0 people were playing it.
Yeah.
Then they fired 115 people. And the people on this are like, hey, we're underwater on the Star Wars game right now. We could really use 115 people.
Yeah.
In fact, if we had 115 people, we could probably get this thing out by the end of next year.
Yeah.
Like if we train them up and then we put them to work. And so like you firing them to leave this team underfunded and understaffed doesn't make any fucking sense. This game is probably either going to be garbage or it's just going to get canceled because it's never going to get done.
Yeah.
And that's why they're striking. And I'm like, oh,
as they should.
Eminently reasonable.
Yeah.
Of course, Quantic Dream put out a statement saying, nah, it's all cool. It's all good. Don't worry about that. It's cool. It's fine. Everything is cool. Everything is cool and fine and good and cool.
There's no war in Bossing Say.
I, personally, I'm like, it's like the meme with the 4 people, and I'm like, you guys still care about Star Wars? Like, how many people listening to this? Raise your hand if you saw The Mandalorian and Grogu. The worst
Nobody fucking watched it.
Worst movie name I've ever fucking heard in my life.
We were talking about the box office thing and how people were like, people are going to the movies again.
Yep.
Like, Backrooms is on like making some of the most money that any horror film has made. Obsession shockingly made a whole bunch of money for less than $1 million budget.
Yep.
Like and they're like, so people must be going to watch movies, and then they were like, Mandalorian and Grogu did not make the money it's supposed. Supergirl did not make the money they were expecting it to, and it's like, I think the only big blockbuster movie that made the money they wanted was
Hail Mary.
Disclosure Day. No, Hail Mary did too, but Disclosure Day, and that's because it opened worldwide at the same time, and the world market loves Spielberg movies, especially those like big alien ones.
Every time I talk to my dad, he always says, I talk to my dad every week on the phone, and he's always like, so are you going to go see Supergirl? So are you going to go see Disclosure Day?
Yeah.
So are you going to go see Project Hail Mary? And I'm just like, Father, I haven't been to a movie theater in fucking 5 years.
Papa.
But I was like, no, I'm not going to watch Disclosure Day. I didn't like Close Encounters, and I don't really like E.T.
Yeah.
And I don't really like Steven Spielberg when he's talking about aliens. I'm just like, fuck you. I don't care.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, that was just that.
Currently in California, they are having a series of hearings about the Stop Killing Games Act. This is the thing that they're trying to get where companies can't just fucking turn off the online for a game and then make it a big hunk of useless crap.
Yeah.
When they were talking about this, they were asking about letting players have their own servers. And the ESA representative that was there said, quote, they're illegal. They're not in any way affiliated with Microsoft, or they're talking about Minecraft servers with Microsoft. Microsoft for Minecraft has gotten a lot of criticism because of those community servers not employing the same safety standards that Microsoft does in their Minecraft servers, unquote. They're illegal.
They're illegal?
They're illegal. They're piracy. So he says, so they're like piracy? And they're like, yes. And it's like, okay, all right, listen, fucking... There's a point to be made here, and you are making it badly.
Yeah.
When you buy Minecraft, they give you the server files for you to load your own server. This is not somebody hacked together a Modern Warfare 2 server.
Yeah.
This is like a thing that I can...
An option in the menu.
Right. Like, this is, so... Anyway,
I'm an outlaw.
They also... so then they tried to clean it up a little bit. So then their statement when they tried to clean it up was like, what was the first one they did? It was like, private servers infringe on the intellectual property rights of game publishers. Publishers reserve the right to exercise their rights against them. This provision, blah, 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 that proposes these servers as a legitimate alternative to keep games running raises concerns about a publisher's ability to enforce their IP rights. In addition, private servers operate with no oversight with the publisher and do not uphold the same trust and safety standards. This could create an unsafe environment for players and be counter to industry commitment to fostering safe and fun gameplay for all players. And I'm just like, oh my God, Cindy, fucking shut the fuck up.
You're not trying to foster safe and fun gameplay for all players. You're trying to kill it so nobody can play it again.
If that's your concern, then you put a thing in the game that if it doesn't detect a server, it puts up a big red screen that says, warning, not an official Minecraft server. Anything could be happening here. You take your life in your hands when you hit go in. Hit OK to continue. Like, this is about proposed legislation.
Yeah.
Like, if it's going to get legislated, there's going to be like fucking rules about how this works. It's not just going to be like,
I wonder if
the Wild West, turn it on the Wild West. Like, turn Wild West 2 on.
Do you remember when things were the Wild West for a while?
Yes.
I wonder if the results of this, or how much the results of this will start impacting all the digital-only games and stuff. Like, we're going to have to start really protecting the consumers over this sort of thing now.
Oh, that's an interesting segue. One of the other things that happened last week was one of the heads of one of these video game preservation groups basically came out and was like, so piracy, like, we're like, the only way to sustain these things is going to be through piracy. Yeah. Like, and the quote is like, quote, we have attempted to work with the industry's trade organization, the ESA, to find a legal path forward, but they refuse to offer a meaningful alternative. Yeah. And it's like, listen, these are not 17-year-olds who don't want to buy your game. These are people who are like, I have devoted my life to games archival. We had a thing a little while back where somebody counted up that there's like something like 1,500 to 200,000. No, it's more than 1,500. It was less than 200,000. Like, arcade games are just gone. Yeah. Like, there was no backup. They were on hardware. None of the companies backed any of that shit up. Yeah. Like, the thing is that, when they aired Doctor Who, then they destroyed the film afterwards because they were told to. But, like, it's not the fucking 1970s, man. Like, I would like to be able to preserve, I don't know, Dave the Diver for future generations. Yeah. And if you're not going to allow me to buy a disc for that, then, like, the only way that, libraries, like, there's a precedent for, like, having physical media. You can't just decide
that it doesn't exist anymore. Yeah.
Like, hey, you know what, we've decided that there's just going to be no more books. And it's like, yo, bro, that's a conversation for all of us, not just you and your bottom line. So yeah, I hope that they do it. I hope they get caught. I hope they go to court, and the court is like, yes, you can't just fucking lock everybody out of this. Even if, let's go all the way back to PlayStation, even if they won't burn the discs for me, they should burn them for libraries. Even if you can't check them out, even if you are not allowed to check them out, you just go there. But there should be a physical copy somewhere for archival. We do this shit as a society to maintain these things for future generations so that it's not just like, well, the PlayStation 2 game catalog is just gone. Yeah. It's just fucking gone.
Agreed.
All right. I had a few more things, but the last one that I'm going to do, I went down a rabbit hole.
Pick the most depressing. Let's do it.
I went down a rabbit hole. Okay, I went down a rabbit hole. All right. There is a Chinese gacha game called Love in Deep Space.
Okay.
You play as this is the opposite of the games that we have played. You play as a lady character, and then there are a bunch of husbandos.
Oh,
and they're all.
Why don't we ever play those games, Jeff?
Because, well, let me tell you. So, all right, Love in Deep Space. Let's get you some images of what these husbandos.
Yeah, I need to know what they look like.
So here's our husbando lineup. Here's our boys.
They all look the same.
They look like 15-year-old K-pop stars.
Yeah.
So last week,
they do look like they're going to break out in a song.
Love in Deep Space put out a teaser for a new character.
Ooh.
And he is a werewolf.
Of course he is.
And he's fuck off with all your preamble bullshit. Show Amanda what it looks like. So here's our guy. He's got a real dumb. He's got like a face mask that kind of looks like a wolf snoot, and he's got like fucking Leon Kennedy ears on the top of his head.
There's only one fox man for me, and we've already played that game.
He's got a big old bushy tail.
Yeah, he does.
He takes off his mask.
He's a good dog.
He takes off his mask. He's a big chunky.
Yeah, he's like a beefy guy. Wow.
Right.
Okay.
He's grr.
Oh, he growled menacingly.
Right. So, you will not be able to play Valko in the game because when this happened, apparently the female Chinese audience for this game revolted so hard they lost 1 million users, and somebody sent a bucket of cow shit to the office that
because they didn't like him.
Yes.
Wow, you guys are picky.
So I had to ask myself, why? Why did they not like him?
They said, I'm tired of this furry bait.
Okay, buckle up, because I didn't know. I didn't know what I was getting.
I'm dying to know.
Valko.
Sure.
Somebody made a comment that was like, if I wanted to see an African protagonist, I would play a different video game.
What?
His skin is too dark for the people that play this game. Now, for those of you who don't understand what I'm talking about.
I thought it was a white man. Like, I genuinely thought it was a white man amongst.
So do you see how pale these boys are?
Yes.
The fact that this guy has a slight tan is considered horrifically unattractive.
And honestly, had I not had someone else to compare to, I wouldn't have even said tan.
Neither would I. Neither would I. This guy is not.
Of all the issues you could have.
You see how he's got a little bit of sun-kissedness to his skin. So that was strike one. Strike two, Amanda. And I'm gonna need everybody to fucking sit down. I'm gonna need everybody to look up a picture of this guy and then sit down and buckle up, because I'm gonna explain this even though we're over time.
Sure.
All right?
Oh yeah, no.
That man is gay. That man is gay as hell. And do you want to know why? Because
he's got bottom eyes.
Because the preferred body type for Chinese protagonists
is Twinkie.
This man has a lot of muscles, and apparently in their idea, the only reason you have muscles is so that other men will fucking S your D. And so, like, the fact that this guy like has a bit of a broad chest, that's gay as shit, bro. So he's got a little bit of a tan, he's got a broad chest, and that is gay woke shit. That is a gay woke wolf man with the little pointy ears and everything. And
I don't want to defend the wolf man. But I will if I have to. This guy. Super gay. That's
now. Don't get me wrong. From a Western perspective, they all look super gay to me. But like,
that's just because they're all pretty.
But apparently, it's like, you know, the way that that the creepy Zenless Zone Zero guys are looking for the fucking anime girls with the huge titties and, like, you know, the fucking their legs are out to here. Well, this is the objectification of the husbandos. They must have like skin so pale it is almost white, and they must be slender men with like tall and slender. And if you
intrigued.
have even the remotest amount of tanness, or if you are a chunky boy, you are gay, you are apparently black, like just, you know.
That's still that one still doesn't make sense to me.
Didn't make any fucking sense to me either. I ran across, unfortunately, a couple of Reddits where they were discussing it, and they were like, oh man, you have not seen what like
I'm very intrigued at what like the beauty standards of different places are, and this is probably the first time my flabbers have been gasted, you know?
You guys, listen, I read all this online. If I'm wrong, you take to the comments and tell me. You tell me and let me know.
Yeah.
Because they canceled this guy. Now, another one of the reasons, let me just be clear here. Another one of the reasons was that people were like, you need to develop the stories with the existing characters, and there are bugs that need fixing. Why are you making new characters for me to play?
Why are you making such new and complicated characters, such as...
But, so then, we're going to finish this off with the funny part. So they were like, we're sorry, we're going to cancel the rollout of this character. We're going to go back in. We're going to get our writers on, expanding these things. We're going to do some bug fixes. And then, of course... then the monkey paw curls, and the other half of the internet is like, dude, I want to fuck that guy. Where's his story?
Yeah.
So people are having like digital.
He looks submissive and breedable. I'm just saying, but I still like. To me, it's just like, why wouldn't you want a whole array of? Listen, Dream Daddy had a bunch of different body types and skin colors and personalities. Why do you want them all to be skinny, white?
I want you to go look at what people were saying about Abby and The Last of Us and then get back to me, because apparently it's just the gender-flipped version of this, like, why is there somebody that I don't want to have sex with in my game?
I think it's weird
like,
both ways.
Me too.
As a bisexual, I don't understand why you guys only submit yourselves to one standard when there's so many fun ones to get into.
Also, there was a brief shot of him looking down at the camera, and one of the comments in this Reddit thread that I read was like, he looks like he just got done beating me. Like, apparently this camera angle was like considered threatening because he's not on the same eye level as you. He is looking down as if he has dominated you.
You know what I call that?
It's like, whoa.
No joke. Whenever a camera is low and looking up at a guy, I always call it the dick sucking angle.
Anyway, with that,
we're taking a break.
We're going to come back and watch a bunch of fun-ass trailers. We got no more AIs left to go, so we'll see you in just a minute. And we're back.
Here we are.
And we're in the final stretch.
Yeah.
No news about AI data centers or Xbox. Well, we got trailers.
We're free.
We got just fun trailers for video games to look at.
I'm fine with that.
Our first one this week is Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls announced another full team. So
hell yeah.
They've been coming out with the different teams. They had the Avengers and the X-Men
Doom
and the
Buddies, whatever they were called.
Doom Buddies.
My buddies of Doom.
By the way, can I just like really briefly say that they started at X-Men 97 back up again?
Oh fuck, I haven't started it
and
yet.
It's the second. There's one episode where they're focusing on X-Force, and I was so tickled at the way that they did the intro for that. So I'll just leave it at that.
I'm excited.
So we got a new team. The Samurai Outriders. So this is Ghost Rider. Which we knew of before. Blade.
Hell yeah.
Monsieur Blade. And then we've got Loki, which is a little strange. And then Deadpool. Which is,
it made sense at first, but now I don't get it.
Yeah. This is originally supposed to be the like it's like they even have a thing at the end where it's like
he's so bottom heavy.
Midnight Suns, and then he comes up and scratches it out and writes Samurai Outriders instead.
Yeah.
Like which I'm like, okay, I guess like Loki kind of makes sense in a Midnight Suns with the kind of magic and stuff. But Deadpool doesn't. He's no magic. He has no magic. These men all have magic. He has no magic. But hey, I'm sure he's gonna be really fun.
Fourth wall breaking magic?
Maybe.
Is that
also, I don't know if Samurai Outriders is already like a thing in the comic.
No.
But it looks fun. I mean, this is it's a fighting game, so whether it makes
I kind of like the way this whole thing has grown on me more and more.
Yeah, the kind of weird anime version of Blade and Ghost Rider and stuff.
Yes. I mean, I always like a good fighting game.
Yep, it looks pretty cool.
And Storm looks like a babe.
Yep,
just babe.
August 6th. So back over there in the...
I guess looking up Samurai Outriders when this trailer just came out really just gives you one thing. So I'll never know.
They're also doing a PC beta sometimes.
Oh.
We also got a few videos for the new Virtua Fighter game, which is being made by the Yakuza company, RGG.
Oh yeah, it does kind of look Yakuza-y.
Well, and it's they're doing a Street Fighter 6 where they've got 4 different characters and you're like walking around the city, and then you'll be getting into fights. So it's got like a narrative structure where you're following the stories of these 4 different new characters that they've created as they interact with all the old characters in this city, this fictional kind of East Asian city with a lot of like street fighting and stuff happening.
I'm into it. Oh wait, I remember that.
Yeah, you remember the trailer?
Yeah.
From the Summer Games Fest.
Yeah. I paid attention. I definitely paid attention. Didn't take a nap in the middle of Summer Games Fest at all.
They didn't show any like interaction with the environment, and then this is one of those ones where they do a lot of like developers talking about their inspiration, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't give a shit about the climate of your fictitious town. This is a fighting game.
Show me the gameplay, man.
And they do. They have a few different things, and they did show some of the gameplay. I'm not entirely sure. It seems like they're maybe reworking the Virtua Fighter. Like it definitely looks Virtua Fighter-esque, but they did say they were going to try to make it a little bit more accessible, because Virtua Fighter's always been like one of the more technical ones, so it's a lot harder than like Tekken to just...
Would that piss people off?
I think they're at a point where it doesn't matter if they piss people off, because the sales of Virtua Fighter are so low that like this is either going to work or
it's going to be on par with the...
or we're not going to get another one of these for a while. So
what's the most accessible fighting game?
The most accessible one?
Yeah. Like if there's a scale, is it like Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Street Fighter, Virtua Fighter?
There's a bunch that go
Soul
in between
Calibur. There's
the Blaze Blue. All the Arc System Works stuff goes in the technical side.
Yeah.
The thing is that
Dead or Alive is like the most easy.
King of Fighters and a lot of the new ones, even Street Fighter 6 now has like 1-button combos and single button special move options, where you just, instead of having to do input, you can just hit a button for special move.
Yeah.
And those are becoming more and more popular because it allows people to play. And they usually, when you can do that, it's done at a disadvantage, is if you actually know to do the inputs and stuff. But it allows people who can't do a fucking fireball to play the video game and have a good time.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Virtua Fighter to me has always been an incredibly technical combo heavy game.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're trying to make it work. It'll be, somebody's got to get their hands on it to know for sure.
Yeah.
But it looks all right. Looks pretty good.
Yeah. I like that guy's shirt. I'm super distracted.
All these guys are now, they all are in a jazz bar because of the Stranger Than Heaven game with Tupac in it.
Oh, yeah.
Is they're always doing their interviews in like some kind of weird jazz bar.
Sorry you don't like jazz bars, Jeff.
Let's see. We also got the launch trailer for season 1 of Invincible Versus, the DLC one.
Fuck. Cool
launch trailer. So they've got the Immortal, and I think it's Eterna is her name.
She looks like She-Hulk. I like her.
She's like Universa. She is very weather focused. She's kind of like a Loki Storm. And then they've got a bunch of regular ass outfits for a lot of the Viltrumites.
Yeah.
This is something from the last season, but they've just got like Thula's athleisure.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they've got for what's his name? Who is that? Lucen. I don't forget. This is one called Overdressed that just has him in a suit.
Yeah,
kind of looks like a Jack Steve Harvey. So it's a little bit like a Jack Steve Harvey.
Yeah, I was like, he looks familiar, but I don't know why.
And then they've got a bunch of new skins that you can both buy.
It's one of those Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, in the comics, there's a joke that the immortal that's been around for all time. At one point, he was Abraham Lincoln.
That's funny.
And then he had to fake his own death in order to because he wasn't ever going to age.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's nice. I like to see that this is still going on. They got a young Cecil in there before he got all jacked up, which is fun. I like it. I like this game a lot, or I like the look of this game a lot. Michael just let me his copy because he's playing something else, and now I have a disc drive. I can actually, I can borrow a video game from another person. Sony,
enjoy it while it lasts, Jeff.
Yeah. But yeah, all that stuff is in. There's some new modes as well, and that's coming out the 30th. So by the time you hear this, it's already out.
Already out. So, we're in July now.
Damn right. Oh yeah, and they showed that Angstrom Levy is going to be playable at Evo. So one of the next DLC.
Hell yeah! Can't wait for Evo.
Well, if you don't like fighting games, we've got some guest stars for Fortnite. They put
finally
Ms. Rodrigo. Miss Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, dang. So now Olivia Rodrigo can shoot Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, in Chapel Roan. Hey, Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter had beef for a minute.
Well, there you go.
So
they can get.
They both dated some ugly guy and fought over him or whatever.
I don't really know very much about Olivia Rodrigo. I think she had one song that was a little catchy that I might have
The only person I know that really likes Olivia Rodrigo is a 50-year-old friend of mine.
Okay, well, there you go.
Like a straight-up dude that's like, yeah, I really connect with this girl's teen angsty music.
Did they put that one that you recommended to me? That she had like the kind of bossa nova. Levy. They put her in there as well.
That's funny.
I'm trying to think of who they haven't yet put in there.
But it's spelled with an F. It's like Laffy, literally the exact same way as the
God of War.
God of War, but it's pronounced with a V. I don't know why. I didn't ask. She wouldn't have answered if I did.
Oh, I know. I've been listening to that Grenade. What are they called? The two girls. You sent me the video for.
I send you a lot of videos, and then you don't watch them, and then 3 months later you go, I just discovered.
Daisy Grenade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've been listening to Daisy Grenade a lot. So
nice.
Let's see. We also have an Avatar fighting game.
Wow.
We got the trailer for
So you gave me one break from fighting games before you went right back to it.
More fighting games? Well, I just thought you need a little breather.
Yeah.
They showed off all the characters that they're putting in here. I think this is better than a lot of the dumb... I'm not really an Avatar guy. Like, I watched it, and I was like, I get it. And I watched the Korra, and I was like, I get it. But it's not my favorite.
I watched all of the original Avatar run when it was coming out and was like, this is great. And then people were like, no, it's the greatest. Right. And I was like, all right, yeah, sure.
I think this is a great way to do one of these games as well, because it's, things are all about fighting. So
yeah, it makes sense.
Instead of having to come up with some kind of like, what are you just going to do, like a third-person action game that goes over the course of the movie?
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks pretty good. Like, it's all like hand animated stuff. So it matches, the look of the show pretty well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fun.
Coming out July 23rd.
Not the July.
And available for pre-order. I was going to do $1 billion. $1 billion.
We looked into it, and you guys are definitely willing to spend $450 on a single fighting game. So that's what we're going to charge.
They also have the year one pass, and I'm like, I don't know who any of these fucking people are. I know about the grandpa guy, that Iro. Is that his name?
Uncle Iro.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
He's a cool guy.
All right. Well, if you don't like fighting games, maybe you won't play Monopoly.
I don't know. I can't trust Monopoly? You now. The next game's going to be a fighting game.
There are no more fight. Actually, that's not true. There's fighting games later.
You fucking lie to me. You look me right in the eye and you lied.
Star Wars Heroes and Villains Monopoly.
Star Warsopoly.
Yep. Which is not just regular Monopoly. There's like little mini games and fighting things, and it's like heroes versus villains. And
I'm not entirely against this.
Yeah,
I do get really annoyed at actual Monopoly and how many offshoots they have. Mm-hmm. But I think it's more just that I don't like playing Monopoly with people.
I actually kept this in here because it's so funny. They're like, they show the Jedis, and it's just like, okay, and then they show the Sith guys, and their Kylo Ren looks like,
dude, he is gonna jump out and murder.
He's just staring off to one side.
Darth
like,
Vader Vader isn't even looking in the right direction. Like, Dad, focus up.
Yeah. But Kylo Ren looks like somebody owes him money over on Connect 4, and he's going to jump off this
across the room like, what's your name? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, he's just had a fucking dead eye stare.
Dude, he looks pissed. Han Solo, Mace Windu, Boba Fett, Cad Bane. Yeah, I don't know.
He's from some of the new stuff. But yeah, I almost played this last week, but then I heard that the AI is always set to fucking like brutally difficult, even if you put it on easy.
Oh, I need it to be on baby mode so I can feel great for beating up Darth Vader.
Yeah, I'm not going to win Monopoly on anything but like story.
Listen, you could put it on the easiest of modes. I'm probably not winning Monopoly, if I'm being totally honest.
Anyway, that's out now. Okay. Here we go. We've got some crossover for Silent Hill for Dead by Daylight.
Oh,
there's a new
my girl
Hinako skin.
Hey,
and then like there's not really anybody to put for the killers.
Good.
So...
I didn't think she was traumatized enough, so it's nice to see that she's getting more traumatized.
So they put one of the nurses as one of the.
Why do they got dog ears?
I don't know. It's like
what the fuck?
I don't know what's on their face.
What the fuck? They look
like a chicken or something.
Well, I was gonna say like that one time Monica and Friends put the chicken on her head. That's what it looks like.
It was a turkey. It was Thanksgiving.
I don't watch Friends, so you're lucky that I could even make that reference.
Okay, how about something that's not a crossover?
Yeah, okay. Finally.
We finally got some gameplay for Turok.
Oh, God damn.
They're making a new Turok.
Of course they are.
Turok Origins. This is being made by the guys that made Space Marine 2. So it's being mainly focused as like an online multiplayer co-op game, which is I think okay for this.
Yeah,
like,
it's fine. I just don't have any friends, so
yeah. It looks nice. There's a lot of blood and gore and dino dudes and machine guns, and I was not really very much of a Turok guy outside of the original Turok, which was terrible in retrospect. So
yeah, sometimes things are better left to your childhood.
Yeah.
Most corporations don't want you to believe that. But.
I don't know. But what's weird to me is it's coming out in the fall. And I'm like, with all the heavy hitters and then Grand Theft Auto? Like, what day in the fall?
November? Do it, Turok. I'll buy you.
Come on, Turok.
Don't be a coward.
If you want some more online action, we got the launch trailer for consoles for
I don't.
Abyssus. This is a, like, what if BioShock was Destiny kind of thing, where it's like underwater, weird, kind of steampunk.
I kind of like the way the guys look.
Yeah, and then they're in this kind of weird
diver, but like a knight at the same time.
Yep, and then these weird kind of like Mayan Cthulhu mech ruins.
Yeah,
doing kind of big boss fights.
Yeah, I don't hate this. I thought I was going to. Like instantly.
I will say that this is on Game Pass if people want to play it. Michael and I played it, and this is one of those games that's like you could play it by yourself or with friends. And so we played it by ourselves, and it was like, this is supposed to be played with people.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool. It's got some funky mechanics that you can get and a cool little upgrade path. And it's definitely something where, you want your buddies in there. It's also got that kind of what I was complaining about with Splatoon 2, the kind of dingy underwater, everything's rotten wood.
Grimy rust. Yeah.
But it's singular. So, but yeah, that's out now on consoles. So, and I think it's like $20 on the PlayStation and also on Game Pass.
$20 video game? I didn't even know this still existed.
Yep.
I'm into it. I'm kind of into it.
We got an announcement trailer for a game called Guns of Eschaton. So this is Victor Antonov, which was the art director, who was the art director for Half-Life 2 and Dishonored, and he passed away after doing all like the concept and stuff for this. So they're really playing that up in the trailers.
Yeah, his final work.
This is a Weird West game, which is intriguing to me, and it also seems like it has a lot in common with like the press material says it has a lot in common with like a Souls game. So it's like very difficult, but it's like a first-person Western, but then with like magic.
Is it like future-y or pasty? What like industrial, but then like
they got those weird angular plants in the background.
Yeah.
A lot of the characters have 4 arms.
Sometimes you need extra arms.
And they show kind of like boss battles with like this kind of fire elemental and this giant bat lady.
That's a vampire.
And then like,
was that a stick bug?
That was a coffin full of
arms?
That was a coffin full of arms and legs that was walking around like a stick bug.
That's gross.
There's a lot of cool stuff that I like in here. The only thing that gives me a little bit of pause, they keep showing other people are in here as well.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want other people.
Well, okay. Dark Souls allows you to summon other people, so there can be other people in the game.
Yeah.
But I want it to be playable
God bless you.
by myself and not just like pretend like I could play it by myself, but like actually play it by myself.
Yeah, you want them to say it and actually mean it, and not say it and
like if I play it by myself, it's satisfying.
Yeah.
So because I love all the Weird West iconography we got going on here.
Yeah, it's kind of. I was going to say it's kind of weird, but that is in fact the descriptor.
Yeah. I like Weird West. I like that. Was that Evil West game that Matt and I played that was like vampires and West Mecha West guys. But yeah, it's cool.
Fun.
I think we should go check out the trailer. It is no release date or anything. Just on its just coming soon.
Coming soon.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm skipping that one. This is more just. I don't know. Persona 4 Revival got a characters trailer that kind of went over all the different characters from Persona 4. In case you didn't know about them.
I don't.
Everybody knows about Silent Protagonist and Chie and what's his face, the irritating best friend, Yasuke. Yasuke. It was weird that I noticed that. So in the original Persona, when you were doing dialogue with people, it's like their animated portrait would come up and their mouth would move, and it still does that. But then they also animated all the mouths in the cutscenes, and so their mouths are moving in both of them.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, okay. This looks like, I think that for anybody that saw the Persona 3 remake, this looks a lot like what they did for the Persona 3 remake, where they're just kind of taking this game and then updating it to a modern console. For a long time, you just couldn't get Persona 4 anywhere. Like the PS Vita was the only place outside of the PS2 to play Persona 4, and then they finally put it out on PC. But it is the only one that I played all the way to the end.
So far.
Yep.
Don't limit yourself, Jeff.
Well, 6 is coming out. Looks like it's got a little bit more of a horror tinge to it than 5. 4 is very heartwarming. It's just like you were sent to the countryside to live with your uncle because your parents are going to be out of town, and so you meet your little cousin, and he's a cop, and then you make a bunch of friends, and you solve a bunch of murders, and
like you do,
bad stuff happens. You meet a teddy bear that's also a little guy. I don't know. It makes sense if you played Persona 4.
I have reason to believe it does not.
It's funny they show Marie in the trailer, who was an addition to Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah.
Which I think I never played the original, and so she factors a lot into that game. I don't know how it works without her, but and then they show they try to pass off these other 3 people as like people you'll meet, and it's like those guys are on your team as well. Those are the so. Yep.
Yeah.
Coming out. What's everybody stand on this one?
God, that many fucking characters. Do you think it's just hard to make characters look different at some point? You're just like, girl.
Fancy girl. Sporty girl.
This girl has long hair. This girl has short hair. This girl is short.
Yep.
This girl has a hat on.
Yep.
It's a new hat.
Need to get you to watch more anime because this will become less and less of a problem as time goes on. We also got the opening cinematic trailer for Echoes of Aincrad, which is the new Sword Art Online RPG that is coming out like in a week and a half, I believe.
I am not seeing anything.
Yeah, I didn't hit the play button. This is very much just like your standard anime intro, but for a video game thing.
That song is bumping, and it's some girl being like, ah, da, 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 da.
It is. I listened to it before. It is. I've never gotten into Sword Art Online. Apparently, it's one of those like we all put on VR headsets and go play an MMO together, but then like something weird is
that's the
happening.
plot of the game.
That's the plot of the show that the game is based on. So having there be a game made out of the show that's based when you go into a game, it's like, oh, okay, that's a gimme, right?
Yeah,
You've
makes
already got
no
the
sense.
game,
Yeah,
so
they set you up for it.
Yep. I don't know. They put out a demo for this, and at first I was going to look at it, but then I was like, it comes out like in 3 weeks.
Yeah, just wait.
So Looks pretty cool, though.
I mean, that's a sick intro.
I don't know who any of these guys are or what they're doing.
They're fucking kicking ass and making pixels everywhere.
Yeah,
left
jumping
and right.
around, all kinds of shit blowing up. Demons and shit.
You turn it into fucking triangles, sucker.
So many triangles. Yep. Okay. July 10th. All right.
I don't know why, but I feel like that's the exact moment you could hear the steam being lost.
Yeah. We got a release date trailer. I had not heard of this game before. It's called The Witch's Bakery. This is a French game.
France.
And it looks a lot. It's got very anime style.
Cute.
Very like kind of Studio Ghibli style. It is about, you play as a heart witch who runs a bakery, and there's obviously some like little management, bakery stuff. But then they show that it seems like you can. In the trailer, they show a character who is like a stressed out influencer who comes to the Heart Witch, and then it seems like her and her magic cat go inside her mind to help her get over her
anxiety
things.
Yeah. That's how I introduce myself. I'm a streamer and content creator.
The anxiety of her streaming and content creation. So the inside world is not exactly like horrifying, but it is kind of surreal in an interesting way.
It's kind of fun to change up the like gameplay from just making bread or whatever.
I think if you throw a little bit of darkness into your cozy game, I think those are two great tastes that taste great together.
Yeah, I agree.
You put a little habanero on your chocolate there and see how it goes.
Hell yeah. Her cat wears a hat. I'm in.
Yep.
I'm in for the cat hat.
August 20th, so right in the middle of everything.
Well, I'll never hear from it again because that's fucking insane.
We also got the launch trailer for Memento, which is, as near as I can tell, kind of an unpacking
in space. Is that what I'm seeing?
Well, it's like unpacking through. It's got a much more. Okay. I think it's like unpacking, but then also you get to make specific choices about things. I think that part of it is not actually unpacking, but it is packing as you move through the person's life from place to place, and you pick certain amounts of things or certain things.
I mean, I didn't play unpacking. Isn't that essentially what you do in unpacking?
No, unpacking is always just about taking everything out of the boxes and putting
after
it where it
moving.
Goes. Yes.
Okay.
And then the stuff that you have kind of tells the story of that part of the person's life.
Oh.
But they show a little piece here at the end where you can choose between different stuffed animals in the beginning.
Hell yeah. And they chose a dinosaur.
Yep. This one's not on Game Pass. Is it?
But it's out now.
But it is out. But it's not on Game Pass. But it might be. We're not sure.
But yes, but no.
But no.
But I don't know.
But maybe.
But probably not.
No, it is not.
Wow.
Okay.
You got everyone's hopes up.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We got a reveal trailer for the Jackbox Party Pack 12.
What the fuck?
With a very 2002 Quiznos commercial.
Yeah, dude. What? Are you guys okay?
This guy's got a live action mouth. I'm trying to remember if I'm going to be able to tell what all these are. There's one where you're like putting balls that have like actors into like things that are like I can't really tell what's going on here. It's like
actors that are.
It's like there's like the actor buckets, and then there's like names of movies that are coming out. You can put them in. I don't really understand what's going on with that one.
That doesn't make any sense.
There's one where you have to write like a greeting card.
Yeah.
And then people decide on like whether it's, what
that is like. A trick. That is a know your meme game.
Okay.
That there's a Cards Against Humanity where it's an image of a meme and then you're supposed to pick the joke that goes in it. And so this is the Jackbox version, which is we'll make it into a greeting card.
Okay.
So we'll give you an image and then you make the funny joke on the inside or whatever.
One called Debate and Switch, where two people have to just debate a ridiculous topic and then everybody goes to one side or the other to indicate who they agree with.
That's fun.
Which I'm like, that's pretty fun. I forget which one this one is. What was the name of it? I don't remember. Sorry, I looked at all these Mega Pals.
The word is, I don't know. I didn't get that one.
There's one where it's like Hyperface, where it's like weird, distorted faces. and you have to do something with them. I don't really understand what that is.
Warp them for people to enjoy.
Yeah. Anyway, it looks like a bunch of Jackbox crap. It's definitely more of the same. I'm very happy that they continue to make these.
Yeah, it's fun.
So, but
there was a trend on TikTok a while ago of like the worst thing to be as the one non-PG friend in a PG Jackbox party where it'll be like, what's the worst thing to who's the worst person to knock on your door while you're coming out of the shower, and it's like, oh, this person said the mailman. That's the worst.
Right.
Then other people are like, John Rambo, but he has, real like in the weeds of some craziness.
That just made me want to say, I really want to see the cast of Obsession characters playing Cards Against Humanity. I'm sure it would be more horrifying than anything that happens in that fucking movie.
Absolutely.
They were just playing that fucking Jenga game and it was already horrifying, and it was like, ugh. Murky Divers is out on consoles. Blake and I played this one a little while back, a friend slot game where you are divers in a little submarine and you are going in to try to get
murky water.
You're going into like these weird underwater Mayan temples to try to get stuff.
Yeah.
And they're full of monsters.
Sorry, are you swimming with a grocery cart to...
Yes.
I love this.
It's all fucking weird and strange and creepy. And
I love that friend slot games don't have to be like perfect.
Yep.
So then you end up with these weird like janky looking characters.
This one's interesting because you have to drive the submarine around and like the underwater cops eventually start coming after you and you have to like evade them.
That's funny.
And you have to decide where you're going, but then there's also all the creepy weird monsters and they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good creepy weirdos.
Well done.
So
I like that. Oh, I don't like that.
What, the big Starro guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Murky Divers.
Fun.
You can watch the Blake and I play it. Out now.
Out meow.
So there's a game called White Knuckle that I've known about for a while. It's like a climbing game.
Okay.
And they're putting out an expansion called The Nest. I always recognize this because it's a 3D game, but your hands are these like 2D black and white sprites. It's kind of weird looking. You can see what it looked there.
Okay, yeah.
And it's a lot more action packed than a lot of the other climbing games because it's in a real esoteric space, and so you're kind of swooping and swinging and doing stuff. They're putting out this expansion called The Nest that appears to also have like weapons.
Yeah.
I don't know if there were weapons in the original.
I was going to ask. I don't think I've seen a climbing game that utilized weapons and enemies like this.
Yeah.
Or like enemies, maybe things to like prevent you from going higher, but not like this.
Yeah. But it's real fucking weird looking.
I'm like borderline intrigued by it.
Real kind of vomit inducing.
I feel, you don't want me to be the person on this video if you play
I don't know if I want to be the person on this video.
Because like I'll start enjoying myself and end It kind of for some reason gives me a little mouthwashing vibes of that like uncomfortable, like they always go for that everything's kind of dirty feeling when you're looking
and like
at
real
it,
low pixel and scungy.
That also made me want to throw up, but for like different reasons.
Speaking of DLC, we got the Besiege, the Broken Beyond. Besiege was the game where you made little catapults and stuff to destroy things.
Fun.
And then they made an underwater expansion, and then they made one that's in space.
Catapult. That doesn't sound like it would work, but
you build
I'm
big
for
wooden spaceships.
Dude, I'm in. I love the idea of like a wooden spaceship.
Yeah. And I don't know. Is it? Yeah, it's weird that I think I tried the underwater one. I think John and I played that one for a Patreon video because we played the original when it came out a million years ago.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll go to space next. But
stop taking my husband to space.
I will not. But yeah, that's a new expansion. It is out now. We got the early access release date for Tears of Metal, which is a I'm not sure about this game. It's like a Viking themed, or like kind of like a Scottish theme. Okay, what if Braveheart was Dynasty Warriors? As near as I can tell, but I'm not sure.
I'm kind of into it.
I haven't seen a lot of it. There was a demo that I downloaded but didn't play, but it's going into early access on July 22nd. So we'll get to find out. Because
I like the way it looks.
Yeah, me too. But I kind of want to know more. Like, is there more to it, or is it just going to be that?
That's fair.
I also like the 2D art that they've got for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Wreckfest 2 got an update. It's funny. I saw this. I clicked on it. I watched it. And I was like, oh, maybe I actually do want to play this. It's like a Destruction Derby racing game.
Yeah.
And they've added a bunch of new stuff. They added like a map for these big like open-ended races.
Yeah.
And
why are there live action people in this trailer?
It's a comedy trailer where the guy's talking about the stuff, but they added some new tracks. They added like you can level up by doing whatever you want to. So even if you're just fucking around, you're still getting experience points as opposed to doing races.
Yeah.
They've got a whole bunch of new customization
I like
options.
how all the cars are like trash.
And you can export your trash car and send it like over.
Good. Everyone get my trash car.
These new, they call them like suicide races, where it's like, it seems like there's two groups that are racing and then eventually they pass each other.
Oh my God, that was horrifying. I lived that. I don't want to see that again.
Yeah.
It's just a driver gone from his car.
I mean, I'm not getting any new Burnout games. It seems about as close as I can get to a Burnout game.
Yeah,
so
I like somebody doing, look, there's plenty of racing games you can find.
Yeah.
But like, what if you just want to smash shit?
Also, do people still do destruction derbies? Is that a thing in real life?
I don't know. I don't go
Did
to
they
monster
ever?
truck rallies and shit.
Yeah. They still do monster truck rallies?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not keeping up. I don't know.
Did you know that the professional wrestler Medusa, who was like a women's champion in WWE and then went to WCW and famously threw away the belt, she drives monster trucks.
Oh.
Like one of the popular ones. I don't know, but
Gravedigger? Bigfoot?
I think Bigfoot actually. Like
Okay.
I think it's like one of those two.
Those
kind
are
of
the
thing.
two that I know. I don't know
Yeah,
anymore.
but I mean, like, really, one of the like it gets passed along to generations of people, and yeah, she's like one of them, I guess.
Nice. Nivalis Knights, which used to just be called Nivalis, is getting got an official release date trailer. This is a very strange cyberpunk game where you inherit a little food stall from like the old guy that used to run it that you worked at.
Sure.
And then you kind of work at it. And then you also
go fishing.
You go fishing. You order stuff. You make relationships with people.
Robot captain.
Sort of. There's also a cyberpunk serial killer on the loose. I don't know
what.
I don't know. It also from the trailer, it seems like you're really trying to, make the place, because all I ever saw was the running a food stand, but it's like, oh, well, you run the food stand until you get enough money, and then you buy the laundromat across the street, and then it's like, oh, you're charging rents, and now you're doing this, and you're getting more money, and you get a better apartment, and you're trying to get to the top of the cyberpunk hierarchy. So
fun.
Yep. But that actually has a release date, and that is September 29th. Fucking guys, come on.
Nope. They're all cowards.
Yep.
Cowards, I tell you.
Let's see. And then last, I know I said that there was another fighting game in here. Dead or Alive 6 Last Round launched last week, and everybody fucking hates it.
Why?
Because Dead or Alive 6 already came out.
Oh.
This is like a remaster, I'm using quotey fingers, which apparently people are like, it's not that much different looking than the original when it came out.
Yeah.
Little sharper, slightly better lighting.
This is sharper?
Slightly sharper.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they delisted the original and they want you to rebuy all of the DLC. Like, this isn't like an all-inclusive release. Like,
that's fucked.
You can like bring some of it over if you like link an account or something like that, but then it's not great.
Disappointing, guys.
So
for your big titty fighting game, come on.
This is another franchise that has an identity crisis because they're like, no, we're gonna get serious and like get away from the
big
it's just
titty
about the
fighting
big
game.
titty thing, and then people are like, well, no, that's what they want. Like, one of the big reasons to get this is because they put a photo mode in. So
perverts.
Yep. All right, let's wrap it up. A few quick things here.
Hell yeah.
July's PS Plus games came out. We got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Boo. We got For the King 2, Medium, and we got Crosscode and Crosscode Rules, and everybody should play it. And they should go download and play.
I feel like there's a bias
demo.
here, Jeff.
A little bit. A little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Free till August 3rd. Here's some fun news. that Onimusha game that Capcom is making is coming out sooner than expected.
Oh.
So September 25th, coming out September 4th.
How often does that happen in this day and age?
Not often. I need to look at the schedule to see what they are trying to get out of the way of
everything.
Yeah. September's already super packed.
Yeah.
So
that's the week of my birthday.
Weird potential leak. There's a ratings board in Brazil that rated a game called Metroid Ravenous.
Oh.
Metroid Prime 4 obviously came out last year, so it's not anything about that. The last game we had with a name like that was the Nintendo Metroid Dread on the Switch.
Yeah.
That Matt and I did the full sequential for. So, and I know that Mercury Steam isn't doing a lot because they put out this one really weird blacksmithing game that I thought was kind of cool, but apparently nobody else did. Nintendo has a bunch of question marks on their schedule.
Could be one of them.
They're pushing that up. That might be a good reason for people to actually buy a Switch 2, given the other stuff that's coming out already. I don't know. I can't tell how that Star Fox did. Like, I was like, it's fine, but I didn't really feel the need to go back to it. So, but yep, who knows? Maybe we'll hear about that in the future. Also, they're putting out that Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls 4 on the Switch 2, and it's coming all on the key. So we talked about on the card. Sorry, guys, I'm running out. I'm running low on fumes over here. Sometimes the Nintendo Switch 2s are a code in a box.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are a cartridge that just downloads the game. Mm-hmm. This actually has the game on it.
What?
Given what I know, I bet this game is going to run like total and complete asshole, and they'll never fix it.
Yep.
So.
Welcome to Nintendo.
Yep. Ghost of Yotai has created enough tourism opportunities that all of the places around Mount Yotai are going to be like doing themed events over the course of the next year. So if you want to go, you can do that. I'm going to be right on that tomorrow.
Yeah.
We also got, I got these out of order. The Switch 2, there's also been a patent that there might be a version with a different screen.
Uh-huh.
I was going to ask you about this. Apparently, the Switch 2 screen has some like ghosting issues, where sometimes you'll see like weird tracers on stuff. I had not seen any of that when I was playing in handheld mode.
Yeah, but I exclusively play in handheld mode, and I haven't had any issues so far.
It's possible it could be that they had like a bad batch in one of the runs or something. But they are putting out a slightly updated version, not an OLED, just a brand new version. I thought you'd want to know that Silent Hill F is getting some DLC. Mm-hmm. It is an outfit.
Never mind.
It is just one outfit, and it is your favorite.
Oh, God.
It's the outfit from the Fatal Frame 2 girl. This is fucking
her little ballerina bullshit. Yeah,
with the tights and everything.
Yeah.
Except seeing Hinako in that, it makes me feel like somebody made her wear. Like she was doing
like
a school
her sister
play.
Was like, you have to wear this.
Right. Like she was
just like a girl when you go to school.
Yep. Like she was. Yep. Anyway.
Ugh.
I don't know whether this is good news or bad news, but Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is getting a new writer from the second one. The first one was apparently pretty well regarded, even though I thought it was trash.
I didn't watch any of them.
The second one, I think everybody thought was trash. Mm-hmm. And this third one is being written by, what is this? Sequel. And then, anyway, this guy has some relatively decent movies under his belt. So I don't know. I'm sorry. It's late. I'm tired. All right. And then last but not least, this is something that we've been seeing happening a lot recently. Uh-huh. There's a team that is trying to port Spyro to the PC. This is not emulation. This is getting the Spyro code. Like there's teams that have been doing this with PS1 games and N64 games where they decompile the entire game and then rebuild it so that it will run natively on PC hardware, which means you can do things like adjust the frame rate, make it widescreen, change the settings on it without fucking things up because it's not running through a virtual N64 or virtual PS1.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. they're getting way better at it, way faster at it. There's like a bunch of the Zelda games that have already had this treatment.
Yeah.
And the thing is that because it's not emulation, it's like technically you bring your own ROM and then you put it through this process and you have to provide the ROM. So there's nothing for Nintendo to shut down on that project. Yep. I know they did like Mario Kart 64 and a few other things. But yeah, it looks like they're working on it. They also apparently had to specify no AI was being used because that's the thing we have to do now.
I hate it here.
Resident Evil 2.
I just heard about this one. That's so funny.
In Resident Evil 2, there were a bunch of pictures on the desks in the Raccoon City Police Station.
Yeah.
They were blurry, low-resolution photos on the PlayStation 1, and somebody has been searching around for years and years to try to figure out who was Jill's friend in the framed picture on their disc, and they found pretty much a matching picture, which was Kyle MacLachlan.
That's so funny.
As a teenage heartthrob.
That showed up on this.
There was a few more where they had like where was the other one? Is this it? No, that's
a dashing picture of Kyle MacLachlan.
Oh yeah, like a bunch of stills from like Back to the Future 3 and Maverick, and these are all up on the bulletin board. And
that's so funny.
Once you get into that, you can start to see like them all just being punched in there.
Movies and stuff.
Yeah. And then last but not least, this is amazing. Amanda, Mecha Chameleon.
Yes.
You know about Mecha Chameleon?
I do.
Okay. People are 3D printing their own Mecha Chameleons and then putting them in the actual real world on places.
I'll one-up you on that.
Yep.
There are women who do, I mean, it could be men, but it's women in the videos that I've seen that do nail art. So they paint their nails and do acrylic, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're doing intricate designs and then making a little guy and then painting the design on top. So if you look at their nails, there's just a little guy hiding on them.
Yep. This is great because there's a lot of people that are printing these out and then going out in public and doing the art on them as fast as they can and then leaving them in a bathroom or in a photo booth or whatever.
I absolutely love when things inspire this sort of thing.
It's so fucking wholesome that it's ridiculous. It's disgusting.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, this is the guy that put them on chip bags.
That's so good. Oh my God. I absolutely love it. I think it's great. I love seeing, I like watching people play and not hide.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite thing right now is people will paint themselves to look like Spider-Man and then hide on the ceiling of rooms.
Yeah. But yeah, this is great. What a truly wholesome meme.
Absolutely fun. Finally, something that actually seems worthy of a 3D printer.
and then also, once you've done it, you've done your video online, it's like you just leave that there. And
somebody can go get it.
A year later, I'm going to be in a Whataburger wait a minute, is that fucking, oh my God.
Yeah.
There's one of those out there.
Absolutely.
So, and that's our show. Oof. Man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the news sucks so bad.
Should be sorry.
There was there's a story.
I could have stayed. I was at a bar.
There was a story that came out where they asked Hideki Kamiya, the guy that made the Resident Evil games, what he would do if he made another Resident Evil game. And he said, I would just have Leon living in a cabin in the woods and fishing and he's got a dog.
Just enjoying his life.
Chris comes over for dinner one night and he got drive into town and he was doing this as a joke and then people were like, I would fucking play that game.
I want a cozy Resident Evil game. Give me the cozy game.
Damn right. And it never actually breaks character.
Yeah,
it's just
absolutely.
that the whole time. Patreon.com/RageSelect. There we go. If you want to help us out, you kick us some bucks, get some bonus videos in return that nobody's going to see. If you haven't already and you want to know why Amanda and I know so much about Silent Hill F, you can go watch us play 3 times. Actually, more than that. There were 5 endings to that game, and we saw them all. We didn't play them all, but we saw them all. So we at least played through the game twice.
We went through great lengths to see them all.
Yes. So go check those out, and then go to patreon.com/RageSelect, and come to Discord server, watch bonus videos, help us
hang out with me in the Discord.
Yeah,
I'm always in there chit-chatting, and then sometimes you guys get all into other stuff.
Oh, fuck, I just remembered I have a Discord. I can start an obsession channel on the Discord, and then I got people to talk to about dumb
See you guys on the Discord.
All right, bye everybody. I have something to do. Bye.